Oh my god. Welcome back to the bit everybody was good. How are we doing? Connor, it's episode sun emoji, upside down smile, melting face emoji, ice cream on the floor. What's up, dog? How you doing?
Oh, what's going on? Hello.
How was your day?
It just started, if you can imagine.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Starbucks didn't have my double smoked bacon cheddar sandwiches, and I was a little fucking peeved. Can't start
Well,
my day without a double smoked bacon cheddar sandwich. Shout out to Starbucks letting me down yet again, you dumb bitches.
I love the smoothness with which you name that sandwich.
Double smoked bacon cheddar sandwich, baby. It is.
It's
I had to
pretty
go for
good.
the. I had to go for the bacon Gouda. Fucking Gouda. Why does Gouda smell like feet?
That's a great question. I feel like I have no here's the thing. You want to know, you want to know what it
It
is? You want to know
tastes
what it
like
really
feet
is?
too, and I haven't tasted feet. You know what I mean?
I'll tell you what it really is. I'll tell you why that is. I have a
Tell me.
theory. I have a
Tell me.
theory. I have a theory.
Tell
So
me. Tell
okay,
me.
so
Tell me. Tell me.
here's what it is.
Tell me.
Here's it. Okay.
Tell me. Tell me. Tell me.
Here's the thing. Gouda is cheese, right? And cheese has to age, right? And age comes with bacteria. And bacterial that's crazy. And
I
bacterial growth, bacterial involvement, little bacteriites getting in there and making their little bacteria gas. They just be going crazy over there, you know what I'm saying? So I think what's happening, I suspect what's happening is that toes got a lot of little bacterias in there. And the kinds of bacterias that are under your little toesy nails are the same kinds of bacterias that eat little cheese balls.
so
And then as cheese
little
ages,
Gouda. Little
yeah, I
Goudas.
think yeah. I think the reason it smells a little like toesies is because it is literally the same bacterias as toesies, same fam,
Disgusting.
same line.
Fucking disgusting. Get it out of my face.
Conversely, start eating toes.
They were on little crunchy buns. Little crunchy buns. I don't know. Little bagels, maybe?
Toes?
No, not the toes. I was not eating toes. I was eating the Gouda bacon Gouda sandwich on maybe like a
Oh, they're probably on
rye
ciabatta,
bun.
huh?
Oh, ciabatta. Yeah, it's a fucking ciabatta if you could imagine.
Little
Yuck.
square guys.
Yep.
Yep. It's always a fucking ciabatta because it sounds the most pretentious. Fuck you, Starbucks.
Yeah, fuck Starbucks, actually.
I agree. Except for the unicorn frap, baby. Woo! I do like a unicorn frap.
No, it's all about the caramel frappuccino, extra caramel drizzle, shot of espresso.
I hear you. I respect what you're saying right now. And let me tell you this, some motherfuckers think it's hard to drink an iced Americano. Nah, dude. Not me. Hardest thing you can drink is fruity bullshit sugar. Let's fucking go.
True.
That's that real man's shit. I'll tell you what, the sugarier it is, the more of a man you are. That's the real shit.
You know what they say, if you got sugar in the tank.
Hell yeah. You know what's up.
Confirmed, you got some sugar in the tank, you know what I mean?
Bro, my tank's all sugar. Hell
Imagine.
yeah. Yeah. Girls
maybe
don't be
that's why
calling
you're
me
having-
daddy, they be calling me glucose guardian out here, baby.
Well, yeah, maybe you're on the wrong app. That's why you're not getting any hits.
Okay. I get too many hits. They're just the wrong ones. That's the problem.
Sure about that? I don't know. Maybe I think
That they're the
we're
wrong
at a
ones? Yeah, I'm
situation-
pretty sure.
I think we're at a situation now that the ones you're choosing, just choose the opposite of those and you might get a winner. You might strike gold, you know?
Dudes?
No, crazy females with personalities.
Here's
Like
the issue.
opposite.
Here's the problem with what you're saying right now, and I respect what you're saying. Here's the problem with
I
what you're saying.
I understand it's nice to get like a fixer up house, you know, to get one that's a little broken down and you fix it up a little bit. But some houses are meant to just be demolished. You know what I mean?
Well, that's true. There are some condemned
You
sites
know.
that people used to live in. Yeah.
Now, when we keep buying, and I think the problem we're facing here is you keep
Uh huh.
buying condemned properties, and you keep saying, "Oh, I'll
Yeah.
get it up to code," and
Yeah. Yeah.
unfortunately, the code is so far gone. The foundation is so far fucked that we
I didn't
can't.
learn electric work and masonry and plumbing so I could not use that information. You know what I mean?
I'm just saying that at some point,
Yeah.
uh, you at some point, some dogs don't get adopted. You know what I mean? That's okay. Yeah, you know what I'm
I
saying?
just need to find one that's like a little run down, but no like termites or structural damage.
Well, unfortunately, you're buying properties right next to a forest, and unfortunately, termites.
I don't think termites come from forests, do they?
Well, if there's a lot of foliage where the termites can like jump onto the house, you know,
Oh. I assumed they had like anthills type shit. They
wood.
like lived in the ground.
No, I think they notoriously build their shit in like wood.
I guess it would make sense. They eat wood.
That's why, like, when you have a termite infestation, you're like, oh, what are these ants coming out of my walls and cracks and crevices and stuff? It's like, oh,
That's
you might have
true.
termites.
Oh. What the fuck? Termites Subterranean termites live in moist soil and build mud tubes to reach wood.
Oh, I don't
Well,
think we have subterranean termites.
while drywood termites,
Yeah,
on
which
the
are
other hand.
the ones we have in America, I believe.
No, we got those. We got the subterranean ones in America.
Yeah,
But the drywood termites live directly in the drywood structures above ground. And then
yeah,
damp wood termites seek out moisture damaged wood and damp soil and live near leaky fixtures. So there, I guess, yeah, there are tree termites and also ground termites, and also there's two kinds of tree termites. But the ground termites, they build like mud columns as like
yeah,
elevators and tunnels to get to the trees and shit. So they actually just connect it up. They used to be playing Lego with it.
yeah.
That's kind of tight.
It's like a little airline, little arm. Boop, comes in, connects to the plane. They're just that.
How interesting.
But yeah, you keep finding the termite hill, and you're like, oh, tight, I'll buy the property. You know what I mean? When you see signs of that, you should probably evacuate the premises. You know what I mean?
I just think that bugs are fascinating.
You see a mattress with bed bugs, and you're like, I can get rid of them. No, they always come back.
It was free on the marketplace, though. So, I mean, just think
Yeah,
about the
but
return on investment if you get rid of the termites. If
yeah,
you
but
get
then
rid
you
of the bed
wake up in the
bugs.
middle of the night, and they've sucked half of your blood weight. You know, half your weight in blood out of your
I'm
body.
hearing I can lose weight quickly.
You also die and get Lyme disease.
Surely you can't have Lyme disease while you're dead. That sounds like it handles itself.
One might happen before the other.
I see. Lyme
Yeah,
disease and then death in that order. Ah,
yeah.
mm.
And
Lyme
or you
disease
just
post
skip
death,
the
I'd be
Lyme
fine with.
disease death. You know what I mean? Dying really quickly. So yeah, I don't know. It just
Sure.
seems like, hey, maybe we.
As long as it's not Lorena Bobbitt, you know what I mean?
So I picture someone for you as someone who has your same intellect, who has the same level of intellect, so you can intellectually spar with each other. You know,
Okay.
tire each other out. You know what I mean? And currently, you have picked um how do I say this nicely? Um,
Uh-huh.
you have picked individuals with intellectual deficits
Mm.
who
Mhm.
don't like talking, and like they say a word and they're like, I need to chew on ice because I'm tired, you know?
That's
So
so specific.
maybe
Uh-huh.
so maybe we look what I'm saying is you don't live in Gotham, but you circle the streets. Maybe we can go to another city. You know what I mean?
Well, I gotta keep the streets clean. I'm basically Batman.
Well, no, you catch and release, but like they're worse when they're released. You know.
Well, Arkham is
So
not that reliable. Yeah.
you're catching and releasing, but they can still procreate, and that's the problem. You know what I mean?
I see, I see, I see, I see, I see, I see, I see,
And
I see, I
now
see.
because you've released them in a damaged state, now they're victims, and then easily contract someone new to then continue the process.
Maybe this is just my way of damaging the competition. You know what I mean? I'm setting
I
landmines. It's
think,
just taking a long time.
well, unfortunately, unfortunately, if she has two,
I'm priming the field.
if she creates two more landmines, then we have a problem in which landmines are recreating and continuously creating more landmines. We want to get rid of the landmine. We want to tag, we want to bag and release type situation where we're not creating more, you know?
I hear you. I hear you.
Yeah. Still tough.
So, okay, so it sounds like you're saying that my type should be
Not
like
insane. Like your type should hear a lyric to a song and not crash out about it.
Right. Now,
Yeah.
what I'm registering that as is like 20-something Korean alt gamer e-girl with BPD.
Well, no. That's the problem is we already did the Persian version of that. It didn't work out so well. So we need to do
That's
maybe
why I took Korean.
like we need to do maybe like 30s stable job, a little bit of debt, but she's getting out of it. And she plays League of Legends for fun to make fun of the people who take it seriously.
Ugh, I'm the guy that takes it seriously. Wait a minute. Why would I want to get made
Yeah,
fun
but
of?
you're
That's
not
crazy.
the guy who's like cursing people out and saying F slurs in chat. You know what I mean?
Oh, well, they don't take it seriously. They just suck.
Yeah, those guys.
That's diff.
Well,
Yeah.
they take it seriously, but they suck.
Also true. You're so right. You're so right. You're so right. I see. Well, I did say gamer e-girl.
Yeah.
So League's in that. League's included in that.
Yeah.
30-something stable job.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that it comes with no mental illnesses.
Yeah, you were basically shooting someone for more around like your age range.
You're getting real specific. Getting real specific with me right now. Do you have someone in mind? Did you have a person in mind?
No, I don't, unfortunately, but we could find easily someone who's
Back
not
to their
broken as
e-girls,
fuck.
baby. Back to the e-girls, baby.
Yeah, I think maybe we find someone that isn't from TikTok, isn't from a chat of any streaming people that we know. We find someone.
I'm not moving to Korea. This is crazy.
No. Maybe we use like a dating site. Maybe we use like an app.
You think that's better?
Well, it's better than the people you're gonna find on Twitch.
I guess it depends which dating site. Because it sure ain't Tinder or Bumble or Hinge or none of that.
Well, I mean, you could always do Grinder. You might be able to find someone more your speed on there.
I wonder if I could. Well, I wonder if I could get on Grinder and do one of those like girl on Tinder things where I'm like just looking for friends who plays Mecha Break. I can make a Mecha Break squad on Grinder.
I'm sure you could find like a nice little trans femme on
Trans femme on Grindr.
That's like more your energy. That's like more. You're kind of like trans femme energy. You'll share energies.
That's crazy, but that's why it would never work.
Well, she's still breedable. You just can't have kids.
I feel like I'm more of a lipstick lesbian, honestly, but that's fine.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, you just need like a little trans femme. She's breedable, but you can't have kids, so you don't have to worry about it. You just bang out.
But I do
you
want
know?
the kids.
Oh, well, so we need to find someone who's not crazy for you to have kids with, because we don't want BPD kids. You know,
that's true.
You know, we don't want like, we don't want like, oh, hey, we're calling you in the middle of the day because like your son stabbed a girl with scissors and he's like maniacally laughing about it because his like third personality told him to do it. You know what I mean? We just don't want any of that. We don't want to end up on the news, is what I'm saying. And I think with some of the people you've chosen, if you were to unfortunately have Spawn with them, you would end up on the news, most assuredly.
I see. I see.
Either because they've done something insane or they've killed you. Either one, like, you know what I mean?
Well, if they kill me, it's not really my problem anymore.
That's everyone else's problem, and we don't want that. I can't have
Well,
them
that's
fucking
true.
up my paper. You know what I mean?
True. Yeah, true. That's true. That's true.
Yeah. Anyway,
Well,
what a great segue.
maybe in my Yu-Gi-Oh time. Hey, am I the asshole for thinking that I'll find a Yu-Gi-Oh while I'm going to be playing Yu-Gi-Oh? Is that does that make me an asshole for thinking that's on the table?
Well, if you call them Yu-Gi-Ohs,
Well, not to their face. That'd be
I think
crazy.
you'll have an easier time finding a boyfriend. You know
Not
what I
that many
mean?
gays in Yu-Gi-Oh anymore. It's crazy.
Oh, I'm sure you could. You're in a state that's has a high majority.
Well, that's true. Pacific Northwest, yeah.
You'll find somebody.
True. Notably, I met your husband playing Yu-Gi-Oh.
True, yeah, he did.
So true.
Shout out Mario, I miss you.
Shout out Mario. Love Mario. And I have my first locals back after 8 years. Well, it was going to be this weekend, although I'll probably still go just to check out the venue, but a bunch of the stuff I ordered didn't come yet, so it's going to end up being next weekend probably.
You could just go.
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just go like check out the venue, see competition and stuff, scope it out, be like, let's see what these guys have going on. I bet it's going to be 3 stinky guys on a library.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be anything worth noting, but
feels like that.
Yeah. But we'll see. We'll see what kind of locals run. I went to the fucking Konami store locator to find like an official tournament store in my area, and I set the width of the radius to 100 miles. No stores. None. But then homie says there's one like 20 minutes from here. And I'm like, well, someone should tell Yu-Gi-Oh that, because Yu-Gi-Oh doesn't know about it. So I don't know what I'm going to find. That's crazy.
Maybe they're on an official Konami store or whatever.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking too, which is weird because you kind of need to be. So they're doing like under the table Yu-Gi-Oh shit. I don't even know what that means, but we'll figure it out. And then
or
who knows? Maybe I can polish that diamond up. Imagine. Oh, well, yeah, maybe they're like selling tournament packs under the table or some shit. Could be. Hey man, welcome in. What's up, homie? How are you? But yeah, it could be something like that. Well, anyway, we'll find out this or next weekend, Lamau. But this weekend, right now, right this current second, we got some assholes to MI.
Yeah, and I'm logged into my Reddit so I can reply in real time with you.
Oh, we commented this time. We're doing the duo comments. Oh
yeah,
my god,
duo comment in real time.
So for the homies that are unfamiliar, any audio listeners who were not familiar, in case you'd missed the last episode, if you were hiding under a rock, our last episode Big 3-0, we decided to do a little Am I the Asshole time, a little fun little Am I the Asshole celebration on Reddit. We're just reading some of these, getting a little crazy. This week, we decided to keep that train rolling a little bit, maybe do like a little double up, a little three-peat perhaps, just on the grounds that it was so fun and silly and dumb, and I loved it.
Yeah.
We both were having a great time.
Because then I imagine a world where we respond to a bunch of these, and then we have like a big roundup episode where we go back and do all the replies.
Oh, that'd be crazy.
You're right?
That would be
kind
crazy.
of funny. So I'm thinking we could do something like that.
Now, I have one that is not the most new. It's like 5 or 6 down. But I have one here that I want to start with. It's important to me, and I'll tell you why before we read it. I'll tell you why I want to start with this. I have worked in restaurants. I have a culinary degree, as you know. Audio listeners and homies in chat, maybe you don't know. I do have a culinary degree. He's kind of a food guy. So.
Oh, I think I found it. Am I the asshole for asking a restaurant to replace my food when they messed it up?
Yeah. From Always Confused 872, which fair. Now, I personally One of the things I've never given a fuck about as someone working in a kitchen is if someone sends food back. I don't care at all. I'm so fine with that.
Especially if it's messed up. I mean, if
Like,
it's not
if
right.
yeah,
No,
if,
I
like, front
haven't
house
read
comes
the
back to the
thing
kitchen
yet.
and they're like, "Hey, man, they ordered this medium rare. This is only rare." I'm like, "Oh, well, okay." Or, whatever. Or like, "Hey, they ordered this without the garlic. They're allergic to garlic." I'm like, "Cool. Why are they from Transylvania? That's insane." Like, whatever type shit that is, I'm fine with that. You know what I mean? I've never cared. As far as I know, front house doesn't care either. They're delivering plates, whether it's like the same table, different table. They're delivering plates regardless. That's their job. They're tight.
Yeah, I imagine as
So
long as the manager's not getting involved, everything's fine. But
yeah,
once,
basically.
yeah, once
Yeah,
the
yeah,
I
yeah,
want to
yeah,
talk to the manager happens, then people are in trouble. But
yeah. So I am gonna don the glasses here and read this one. I'm excited because my inclination just on the title is no, you're not the asshole, and you'll never be the asshole, by the way, for asking to have your food like
it
made
depends.
properly if it's
It
messed up.
depends because there are those people who they'll eat like half the plate and then they'll be like, actually, this wasn't what I wanted.
Oh,
Those like if you eat more
well,
than
I
half
mean,
the plate,
yeah.
yeah, get fucked. Actually,
Well, I guess it depends. It depends on the type of restaurant too, because there's those like white plate bullshit restaurants that serve you like half an ounce of food for $400, and if you take one bite and it's wrong, that is half the plate. You know what I mean? But at like a
yeah, but those
normal
are usually
restaurant,
like
you're so
tasting
right.
menus and stuff. That a little diff, but
At a normal ass restaurant, you're so right. To be clear. All right, glasses donned. I'm gonna read through this. I'm excited to see what it says. Again, my inclination is that they're not the asshole. So let's see if 6 paragraphs from now my mind changes. Let's see. So I, 21 female, have a favorite Mexican place in town that I get takeout tacos from nearly every week. So she's a repeat customer. She likes this place. It's the same order every time, and I tip 20% each time too. However, last night when I was doing my order, I decided to ask for extra cheese on the beans and rice because that's usually my favorite part. The guy confirmed, asked if I wanted cilantro and onion on the tacos like always. I said yes, we're good. I get home and, like always, start with the beans and rice. No extra cheese, but whatever. People forget it's not a big deal. By the time I'm done with that, I'm thinking, I'm kind of full. Maybe I'll eat those tacos a little later. So I put them in the fridge. And about 10:30, after the restaurant closed, I go to. Ooh, this is getting dicey. I go to eat them, and they're covered in melted cheese. I hate cheese on my tacos. Messes up the flavor, in my opinion. And since it was melted, it couldn't be picked off. Interesting. I go to call the place, but they're closed. Whatever, I'll call tomorrow. I take a picture of the tacos and I call it a day. Now, admittedly, I messed up here because I threw the tacos out. My boyfriend only eats white meat, so nobody was going to eat them. Oh, interesting. So must use like thighs. Okay. Called today to complain situation, and they aren't happy. Called today to explain the situation, and they aren't happy. The restaurant's unhappy. But eventually they said if I bring in the receipt, I'll be fine. So I do bring the receipt, card, transaction, screenshot, picture of the tacos. Manager asks if I can bring the food in, but I tell them it's in the trash, and while I can go dig it out, it won't be pretty because it was meat and cheese all night in the trash. He proceeds to tell me this isn't retail and I can't just return things whenever I want. I try to explain that I only had realized they are after they were closed and that I ordered almost every week, always the same thing, never got returned food. He offers to give me a discount, but I wasn't having that. This is a $20 order of tacos that I only got some beans and rice from. Eventually he gives in, but not without making it very clear he isn't happy about it and thinks I'm trying to scam them. Now I'm home and I'm just wondering if I'm the asshole here. I was extremely polite the entire time, but it was sort of unusual request. I should have probably saved the tacos so I could bring them back. Am I the asshole?
oh, that's tough because eh, my thing with food is if you're calling like a day or two after, that's kind of on you. Like if you're because here's the deal: if it's like 8 o'clock and they close at 8 o'clock, you can still call and they will pick up because they're still there. It's not like 8 o'clock comes around and everyone's magically disappeared. You know what
She
I mean?
definitely should have checked the order first. That's
You
for
should have
sure.
checked the order and you should have called. Like that is a you. That's on you. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
should
Now,
have should have checked the tacos first. For sure.
yeah, and I get it. Like I think there's something to be said. Like, hey, I'm like a repeat customer. Like I have a Chinese spot down the street, like a Japanese fusion place,
Yeah.
and I've ordered I like to order like I'll do like order of dumplings, order of like the gyoza, whatever, or the crab
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
wontons, and I'll do like a fried rice. Then I'll get like a drink. And one time they forgot the drink, and I was like, "Hey, you guys forgot the drink." I called her immediately after, and she's like, "No, it was there." And I'm like, "Well, no, it wasn't." And I ordered this, and I paid for this, and they made it sound like I was like fucking them basically. But I'm like, "Hey, I don't know if you can see every transaction I have here, but I've given quite a bit of money to you guys without fucking with you guys. You
Right,
guys
yeah, yeah,
fucked up
yeah.
in this situation." This isn't that though, because she waited a whole fucking night where she could have just reached out right away. Look, getting the food too and not looking at it. What are we doing?
Yeah, yeah. Well, she couldn't
What
have
are we
reached out
doing?
right away when she realized the error, but yeah, she should have checked to see if there was an error early, for sure.
And then called,
Yeah, and
because
then
even if
and then
it's
called,
like
yeah.
10 minutes after they closed, you can still call them.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It is a shame though, because it seems like the error here by not checking the food and then having to wait because they were closed, you had to call the next day or whatever. It seems like that error was spawned from her generously deciding there's no way my favorite spot messed up my food, like she just trusted them too much. And
No,
that's
you
sad.
don't.
That's a sad thing that she has to now know, like, oh, never mind, can't trust shit. Just gotta check.
Well, yeah,
Unlucky.
sure. Chick-fil-A never fucks my order up, but
Unlucky.
they will fuck my order up once at some point,
Yeah.
because
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
not
yeah.
like this is the same type of thinking that like people who buy like mouse and keyboards or headsets are like, "Oh, I'm paying this much, surely nothing could come broken." It's like, okay, you don't know how many bangs in fucking throws, and how you don't know how much has fallen on it in the box. You don't know if it's been crushed or not. So it's like you don't know who put your order together. You don't know if they have a new person or not. Always check your shit. Always check your
Yeah,
shit.
always check the food. That is so true.
And she's not, I don't think she's an asshole, but she's naive. This is a naive situation where if she
Well,
was
yeah,
an
like I said,
adult, she would have
yeah,
checked her food.
like I
You know what I
said, the
mean?
issue just comes from like trusting the restaurant too much, which is sad, but can't do that. Gotta check. Can't trust the restaurant too much. You gotta check. So that is tough. At the same time, as the food service guy here, uh, it's weird to me the restaurant gave so much pushback. Because if this is a repeat customer and the order's only $20, it's not like they're trying to get $100 of free food. It's $20. Like, just hit them up with 4
Yeah,
tacos. It's
but
all
if it's
good.
like a mom and pop, and
No, 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 no. I've worked those. It's fine. They're fine.
yeah, but everybody's
Like,
different though. You know what I mean?
I don't think so. For a $20 order, this is 2 tacos.
No,
Ain't nobody going out of business for 2 tacos. You know what I mean?
I'm
Just
not
give her the
saying
2
they're
tacos.
going out of business, but it is a weird ask a day later to come in without the food and be like, "Hey, this isn't right."
You
Like,
got an
if
image, you got like evidence that was the case. I think it's fine.
I mean, I've worked retail too, and if someone comes in without a receipt and our policy is no refunds without receipt, you're not getting a refund. And that's like, "Hey, you can talk to the
Sure.
manager if you want, you can do whatever, but like, sorry, oh well." And
But
I'm
notably, she
thinking
did
if
have the
you're a
receipt.
restaurant, well, I know it's a little different, but also it's a day later with no food. If when someone brings an item back, they're not bringing a receipt back without the item. You're not.
Well, the reason that doesn't matter for me is because they have to throw the food away anyway legally. They're not going to reserve it.
Yeah, but
So
again, if it's not their fault, they shouldn't have to refund the customer.
it
And
is
we
their
don't
fault. They
know.
fucked up the tacos.
Yeah, but it's her fault too because she didn't fucking bring the tacos back or call
No,
anybody. Yeah,
I don't
you know
agree.
what I mean.
As the food service worker, I don't agree. Like we know from the story that they fucked up the tacos. It's not ambiguous, you know.
It is ambiguous when you go back. He doesn't know they fucked the tacos up. He needs to see, we
Yes,
made a mistake. But she's like, "Hey, I have my receipt. You fucked up. Okay,
and a
show me
picture
I
of the
fucked up."
tacos. She has a picture of the tacos.
She could have put cheese on it herself. You know what I mean?
No,
I
I don't.
It's
I
tough.
don't know at all.
She's
No,
naive, and she should have checked her food like an adult.
no.
And
If this
because
is a
she
lot of
didn't,
tacos too, that'd be diff. If it's a lot of tacos, that is like if it's like a a catering order, $400 in tacos, that's a different story. But this
Ah,
is I don't know. Have you ordered like from a mom and
food
pop taco
before?
place recently?
Yeah, I live in a I live in a city
Because
where every
because mom,
corner has. Yeah,
yeah,
but hear me out.
this
I
is
don't
two
leave a
tacos for
taco.
20
I
bucks.
don't I don't leave a taco stand, or I don't leave a restaurant with food. I don't leave the drive-through without checking my fucking food.
Nah, no, no, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying the order size is this is like
Oh, I
one or
don't.
two
Yeah, I
tacos.
don't care about that.
This is one or two tacos.
There's
That place
there's
is like
mom and
weird for
pop
this.
there's mom and pop shops that you can get 2 tacos for $30. I mean, there's so many different.
Yeah, this
We
is
have a
like this
fucking
order
down
size.
the
This is not that big, so they should have
10
just fucking done it.
10 minutes down the street, we have a bus, like a yellow school bus that's turned into a taco spot. So I
That's
mean, we
cool. I
got,
fuck with that.
you know what I mean? But it's just like, if you're gonna get your food, not check it and then not call, because she could have called. Again, she could have called that night when she checked her food, but she didn't. You know what I mean?
Oh, you're saying that as like two separate things, but as one point. Yeah, 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 yeah.
She should have. What happens when you order food is the food is delivered, and then you check your food, and then if there's an issue with your food, you call right away and you figure it out.
Yeah.
And I don't know what she used, if she used DoorDash or if she just,
I think
the
they just do
place just
delivery.
has
It sounded
delivery.
like, yeah.
So if the place has delivery, they're not going to be closed because the dude has to drive back to the restaurant and then and
Oh
can't
no, she
cancel out
says
the
I got
transaction
home
anyway.
with, so she ordered there. She like picked it up.
Oh, if she picked it up, she should have fucking checked it
Yeah, it
before
does
she
say
left.
I get home.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's on her 100%. Now, again, I'm not saying she's an asshole. She's naive, though. Because all of
Yeah, I'll
this
tell you
could have
what, it
been.
was. Yeah, she ate like the beans and rice that did not have the melted cheese without complaining, so she was just gonna take one on the chin anyway.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, so that she knew the food was wrong just from the beans and rice and decided to let it slide, and then she found out the rest of the food. When you find out half the order is wrong, you really should check the other half. That's crazy. Tough.
Naive.
But definitely she should have just gotten that. She should just like get a comp meal for sure. Just easy, no comp. Just like, hey,
Yeah,
this, boom.
if
And
you
they're like,
if you
cool.
look in your register, or if you look in your system and she's ordered a bunch before, sure, give her a comp, give her a discount, whatever, correct her and be like, hey, next time there's an issue, call us right away so we can fix it. Like that, we can't continue to. If every customer had some type of what they call an issue, and they just come in with half-eaten food, or a screenshot of the food, and you've magically thrown the food away and it's the next day. I mean, businesses need to have a bit of a policy too, right?
This
Just
is
is
really
what it
funny.
is.
Someone saying, yes, you're the asshole because you threw away food and that's wasteful.
No, that's stupid.
What
That's
a
just a
dumbass.
dumb take.
That's not even like the point. That's so not the conversation at all. I, I feel like there should be like a psychiatric evaluation before you post on Reddit. I feel like asking for a refund on food the day after you ordered it or a replacement meal is tacky. Tacky? That's the complaint?
Say that again.
Tacky?
Read me that again.
I feel like asking for a refund on food the day after you ordered it, parentheses, or a replacement meal, parentheses, is tacky.
Not it's something, but it's not tacky.
The people that I'm commenting.
Wrong word.
I'm commenting. Hi OP. It's me, a food service worker here. Not the asshole. This was a small order and you are a returning customer with proof of error and proof of purchase. And they should have just comped the order. That's crazy. They gave a bunch of pushback. Wild stuff. Ignore the other commenters. Def NTA. Although, learn to check your food right away for errors. Smiley face. comment. Perfect. Yeah, I think that's our firm handshakes, eh? Not the asshole, but fucking check your food though, lol.
You're not an asshole, but you're
Yeah.
naive for like thinking it wouldn't show
Yeah.
up incorrectly.
Yeah, definitely check your stuff. Although everyone's saying you should have brought the food back is fucking stupid. What is the restaurant gonna do? Throw it away? Like, why would you bring them back? That's insane. The whole point is to have the visual that they messed up, but you have the picture. It's not different. And if the picture's not
I
reliable,
think
then the
there's
food's not
a
reliable
valid.
either, because you could melt it at home and just bring it back with melted cheese from your house. Like, they're
Well, if
equally
you're at the
untrustworthy.
restaurant, you're gonna show them the food they fucked up. If you're like out in the parking lot and you're like, oh, they fucked up the food, I'm gonna go back and show them.
No.
Same
I'm saying
difference.
that I'm saying the people that are saying she should have brought the food back the next day.
I can be on board with that in some cases.
Yeah. Bringing back the food the next day?
I'm on board with that.
No.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
equally as
bring back the
unreliable as
product.
the picture.
Doesn't matter if it's equally unreliable. It's still their food. So
And they'll
yeah,
throw
you
it
bring it
away.
back.
They'll throw it away. There's no
Yeah,
point.
I mean,
They legally have to.
in retail, sometimes we would make the customer bring the item back, and then we'd throw it. We'd X out whatever, throw it away after they left. But it's still they're bringing it back because that's their burden to. It's like your customer. It's your burden to do. It's your burden
Famously,
to bear.
this is not retail at all.
Famously, I mean, it's the same thing. It's a product. A product's a product. It's a product. Even if it's food,
No.
even if it's whatever. Yeah, like if I get bananas from Kroger and the bananas are bad when I get home, I have to bring the bananas back to Kroger and show them the bananas are bad.
Why? I don't.
Because that's the policy.
No. I have bad produce from Kroger all the time. I just get free produce every time. I just call them like, "Hey, this got fucked up on delivery," and they're like, "Oh, our bad." Every time. Bell
Delivery
peppers
is
every
different.
week. Avocados constantly.
Delivery is different. I don't do delivery. But if there's something fucked up, you take the item back.
Oh yeah, not here.
Yeah.
Oh, Fred Meyer is like my go-to meal. Like everything I buy for my meal prep is Fred Meyer, Kroger. And like every single time, if there's an error, I just hit that boy on the line like, "Yo, this is fucked," and he's like, "Oh, our bad. It's free next time." I'm like, "Cool, thanks."
Yeah, no.
Every time.
I mean, yeah, no. You if your like meat is bad and you want the same meat, I have to go back and bring them the bad meat, and then
you got a
go
bad
in the
Kroger.
store. And I mean, that's just how the Krogers are. That's how Kroger is. I don't know.
Former Kroger employee here.
Hey, you don't work there anymore, so maybe their policies changed. I don't know, but I literally had to do this last week. So
same. Well, not last week, but like a month ago. Yeah.
But I'm not delivering. I'm not getting my food delivered or whatever. So again, I don't know. You said delivery. This isn't delivery. It's DiGiorno. You know what I mean?
Sometimes it's pickup. Yeah. Sometimes it's pickup, but frequently delivery, mostly delivery. Like
if
probably
I have
95%.
something missing from my pickup order, yeah, I go on the app and I get a refund. But if it's not missing, if it's like gone bad, I have to
like
bring
moldy
the item
peppers
back.
or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, I have to go back and bring them the moldy peppers, and then I have to go in the store and get the peppers.
I'll tell you what's
There's
crazy.
not like
they don't even want a picture. They just take my word for it every time. And I've been like nice on our system. I'm not gonna like scam them with it, but like, yeah, they just believe me every time.
Yeah,
Avocados
I'm not gonna send them a picture of nothing because like nothing showed up or whatever. But I'm like,
on the spoiled food, not the.
Yeah, you can get a refund on the app, no problem. But if you can't, you're not gonna get. I'm not talking about a refund. I'm talking like if I need turkey to do a recipe, I'm not gonna wait 2 days for them to refund me and for that money to hit back, so I can't have my turkey now. I have to go in with the turkey and do a swap.
Oh no, yeah, they'll just send more. Like same day, boom, boom. It's on your doorstep, same afternoon.
No, that doesn't happen here with Kroger.
Damn, Texas Kroger sucks. So that's crazy. Pacific Northwest Kroger, this shit's goated. Pacific Northwest Kroger goes crazy. Holy, that's unlucky. I can't believe they put you through that rigmarole over there. That's wild. If it was like a really expensive item, I'd totally get that. But man, like turkey meat or whatever, woof, that's insane. Oh no, this one's from a minute ago, brother. This is from 1 minute ago. You're gonna lose your brain on this one. From user Ava Verse, Am I the asshole for snapping at a friend for exposing my mental state? Heads up, they're 15. Oh no. This is about to be so tough. Oh god. Hi, this is my first time posting anything, so I'm sorry if I do something wrong. English is not my first language, so forgive me for any errors. I, 15 female, was on a school trip to Rome a week before fall break a year ago. So this is a past event, not a thing that just
Yeah, it's
recently happened.
a fanfic that will be deleted in like
Yeah, this is already seeming insane for sure. Even though I was only 14 at the time, I had had enough mental struggles for the rest of my life. I had severe depression and struggled with not hurting myself and thought to off myself. Only a few close friends knew about this and dragged me through everything, and I am really grateful for them. Parentheses, I've gone to counseling after the persistence of my best friend and have gotten a lot better. So this is already just like, yeah, whimsical made up fanfic Wattpad shit for sure. This is like they watched Spider-Man Far From Home and they were like, "Oh, I could write a story about that." So it all started a few months prior when one of my close friends, Rosie, went to my mentor to speak about my declining mental health without asking or even speaking to me about it. Later, I heard a boy, let's call him Timon, went along with her. I do know him, but he
come on.
Timon, yeah, or
Is
Timon.
Puma showing up somewhere?
I hope so. I'm praying. God, that'd be incredible. So anyway, Simba and Timon show up and that'd be so fucking sick. Uh, I do know him, but he didn't know the details of my mental health, but still decided to go along and hear all my personal details and add on to them. I was disappointed, but my mind was too dark to really care at the time. So the school trip came and went, comma, it was amazing. The last evening, me and my best friend, Elise, and two boys who we met briefly the past few days, and Timon, I believe that English isn't their first language because sentence structure is crazy. When we suddenly said, "Why are you angry all the time? It's weird." I wasn't angry. I didn't raise my voice at him, trying to get him to trying to get him. Oh my god. I wasn't angry. I didn't raise my voice at him, trying to get him do act normal. He just said it. I asked him meant I asked him what he meant, and he proceeds to tell me I had no right to be disappointed that he went along my friend to my mentor. Elise tried to argue against him, but it was too late. I said that I had my right to be disappointed to have my personal struggle shared with random people. Then he started telling Lucas and Daniel that I would off myself within days if he hadn't, quote, saved me. Lucas and Daniel being the boys they just met, I assume. One can surmise. This is not true. My best friend and I were determined to one day get me better, so his statement really pissed me off. Parentheses, hormones weren't helping. I got emotional and decided to step away from them, walking to the zip line. There's a zip line in Rome now. I don't know what exactly that means. But when I sat there, I heard Elise and Timon arguing. Timon shouted that I was CUTT exclamation point NGing myself, cutting with an upside down eye as an exclamation point, with a knife that I would off myself the second I got a chance. When I realized it got bad, I promised my best friend I would never even touch a knife. I still haven't. Double parentheses, lucky in double parentheses. So he was just spewing random stuff to two strangers, and at least could not do anything but defend me. When I heard this, I snapped and I got cut contact for at least the coming time. But some friends still say I am an asshole for snapping and getting angry. They revealed my mental state to two strangers just because he could. Am I the asshole for snapping? Parentheses, by the way, Lucas and Daniel are now my friends, but he never talked about it again, and they came to me afterwards apologizing for everything, even though they did nothing wrong and were very nice and respectful. End
Wow,
post.
what a great fanfic. Next, I
Yes,
don't even
what a
want to.
complete fucking story. This a top 10 things that never fucking happened. Absolute. Welcome to Watch Mojo. Today we're counting down the top 10 things that definitely didn't happen. Comment. All right.
This post has contest mode enabled.
What's huh?
I don't even know what that means.
Con?
Oh, comments are
Oh.
in random
Oh,
ordering
oh,
and the
oh.
vote scores are hidden to non-mods. I don't know why that. I gave it a downvote. Yuck.
That's funny. That's so funny. It is interesting because I find that some people would not be able to clock that that's fake. You know what I mean? Like, people would see that and be like, "Oh, wow, why are they being rude to this child who was having a time?" This didn't happen.
No.
It didn't
I
happen, and it's
mean,
obvious it didn't. It's not like maybe it didn't happen. It's obvious it didn't happen.
to be fair, it is on a not fake account, I think. No, that is a throwaway account. On for it.
Ava Verse?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's their one and only post. Their Reddit account was made 1 day ago.
Yeah. Anyway, next.
Next. Yeah, I thought it was important to read that because it was so obviously not real. And I think it's fascinating that so many people would just surface value that and be like, "Oh, yeah, that happened. Why wouldn't it?" It's like crazy to me that people can't perceive like, "Oh, this is clearly fake."
If you can imagine, OP responded.
But just now?
Just now, OP responded. It did, unfortunately. I mean, I guess there's a world where 10%, there's like 10% this could have happened, but man, that is such a Wattpad fanfic. I don't know.
It's okay. I also replied. It's fine. This isn't an in-character subreddit. Well, well,
It's tough.
well. Okay. So there is another one down here. There is another one down here.
Yeah.
I'm debating if I want to read this one, but I
Do it. Send it.
okay, bet.
Which what's the title?
Would I be the asshole if I dropped out of a wedding because my husband is not invited anymore?
Oh, no, not a would I be the asshole.
Yeah,
Nah.
skip the would I's. Yeah,
Nah,
okay.
yeah.
Bet.
Dropping out of a wedding because my husband is not invited anymore? No, you're not an asshole.
I think that's a good
Yeah.
reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like a if they
The would I
disinvite
be
your husband, then fuck them. That's crazy.
the would I be the assholes feel very dumb and like no, you wouldn't be the asshole, stupid ass. Why are you posting here? You know what I mean?
I feel like the would I be the assholes are just phrased wrong. The question isn't would I be the asshole if I did this? It would be am I the asshole for thinking I shouldn't do this?
Yeah. But I
Like,
guess
they
they're
just
saying
phrased
would
it
I
wrong.
be the assholes because it hasn't happened yet or is in the process of happening. Therefore,
Yeah.
you know.
What's SI? Oh, sister-in-law. Got it. Am I the asshole? I don't want sister-in-law to stay with us over Christmas with new baby. That's tough.
Damn.
That's
Is it
tough.
their new baby or the sister-in-law's new baby? Interesting.
Oh, it seems like sister-in-law's new baby, but
Oh, I
okay.
could see why. But also kind of an asshole. but
Background
sure.
colon. Yeah, background colon. Buckle up for this one.
I'm buckled.
So, as with many people out there, I have not had a great relationship with my sister-in-law, SIL parentheses. Okay. Since meeting her, we have butted heads over many issues, which have resulted in unpleasant family trips and holidays. I feel she has been rude and disrespectful to me on many topics, most painful of which is the fact that my husband and I care for my mother full time. Oh, for her mother, my mother-in-law, full time. So they're caring for the sister-in-law's biological mom, the OP's mother-in-law. Their mother has early onset Alzheimer's, and we moved here to our city, parentheses, despite her living near my sister-in-law previously, to take care of her full time. She has lived in our house for the past 3 years, and we provide around-the-clock care for her advanced dementia. Oh, that's tough, man. That's a rough one to deal with. My sister-in-law has never offered assistance, financial or otherwise, for her own mother. When we travel together, she doesn't help care for her mother, and my husband and I end up doing it. She continually questions her condition and tells us we should just stick her in a nursing home. Fuck. When she does visit or call, we get criticism and critiques of how we should be caring for my mother-in-law better. This is personally offensive to me, not only for someone telling me how to run my house, but that we have given her own mother a great life and we should be offering and she should be offering help and gratitude, not telling us what to do differently when she shows up once or twice a year. I truly don't mind that we do 100% of the care for her mother, but I don't want criticism for how we do it. When I conflict with my when a conflict with my sister-in-law arises, my husband does not step in, mediate, or defend me from his sister's attacks. Oh, that's getting tougher, actually. When my sister-in-law visits my city to see her mother, my husband wants to what? Oh, I see. When my sister-in-law visits my city to see her mother, my husband wants to let her stay in our house. Last time I put my foot down and said no because I was 5 months pregnant. Oh, it's her. It's the OP's new baby.
I see.
Oh. Last time I put my foot down and said no because I was 5 months pregnant and for my own mother was just diagnosed with terminal cancer. So I've been very overwhelmed. She didn't stay in our home and that visit went okay. Now sister-in-law wants to visit for the upcoming holidays and my husband wants to let her stay in our house. I am still nervous about this because if a conflict does arise, my husband won't support me and I'll be uncomfortable in my own house. I am currently 8 months pregnant and the baby will be 6 weeks old during her visit over the fuck, 6 weeks is really newborn. That's like really, really, really newborn. Fuck, man. I'm currently 8 months pregnant. Baby will be 6 weeks old during her visit over the holidays. I'm very nervous to agree to let someone I have so much difficulty with stay in my house, especially when I have a newborn baby and I'm still going through absolute hell with my mother's cancer situation. Supporting my parents through this time has been devastating on top of being pregnant and caring for my mother-in-law. I'm trying to be protective of my mental health and my well-being for my new family. I am happy to spend time with her and try to improve our relationship over time. She can take her mother out as much as she wants, meet her new baby. I just don't want her staying in our house in case an issue arises. For what it's worth, she has enough money to stay at a hotel, no problem. Am I the asshole for telling my husband my sister-in-law can't stay with us during the holidays?
No, she sounds fucking draining to deal with.
Yeah, this woman sounds awful.
She's a backseat caregiver.
Yeah, truly.
Doesn't do shit and thinks everything's wrong. Yeah, we have a couple of those in our in our raid group. Yeah, a lot of people with opinions and don't want to do shit. Very funny. Yeah, I would say you're not the asshole. Sister-in-law is draining and just sounds terrible.
I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it.
No, not you, Kool-Aid.
Sister-in-law definitely asshole. Husband kind of asshole.
Yeah, the husband not standing behind his wife. That's kind of tough.
Well, and then like saying, "Hey, I want her to stay at the house again." Also, after having these issues, after having you put your foot down, you don't want this to happen before. Asking again.
Well, when you get married, you're leaving your one family to start a new family, and so you're not, your sister's not dead to you, but you need to like look out for your wife first. Like,
yeah,
your
you're
sister is
like
not
making a choice here.
Now, it would be a little different if like sister had no money and she'd be like, living in some squalor hotel where there's gunshots going off or whatever. But it seems like she has money to
Like,
like
she could stay at
in
the
a
Marriott.
safe. She's staying in a safe, like a quinceanera, not quinceanera. What's La Quinta Inn or something?
Quinceanera.
She can stay at like a La Quinta or like a Motel 8. You know what I mean?
True.
A little safer of a
Motel 8.
A Motel 8's kind of it's cheap,
Oh my
but
God.
gets the job done. She's not gonna be there all the time. You know what I mean?
So true. So true.
It sounds like the husband's the asshole, kind of, for not supporting his wife.
Yeah, this husband kind of sucks. Commented, not the asshole. Sister-in-law definitely asshole. Husband kind of asshole. I think that's fair. I think that's a fair breakdown. I said this isn't an in-character subreddit, and the other OP replied, "I'm sorry, but I don't know what that means." Smiley face. Okay, buddy. That's funny.
Yeah.
All right. So
Means you're
let's
mentally ill. That's what that
true.
means.
For asking, I don't even know what this means. Am I the asshole for asking why my sister was goofing around while I was trying to explain her something?
That's a skip.
What does that sentence even mean?
That's a skip for me, boss.
What does this sentence even imply?
I don't know, but it implies they don't know how to fucking speak.
Am I the asshole for getting verbally worked up at my dad over a morph suit?
What is a morph suit?
It's one of those like full body solid color. You're here. I'll send you a picture.
They're the like spandex suits that like do dick prints really good.
Yeah. But they like
Yeah.
cover your entire body, not just. It's like your head and face. It's like you become
Yeah.
like solid green jelly bean man.
Sure. Sure.
Yeah, like a green screen suit or whatever.
Yeah. Sure.
Such a funny question. Hi everyone. Basically, basically, 23 male, bought this green morph suit. Green man from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Pink guy's suit, but green. You get a little context. Off Amazon, and I told my dad that I would wear it around town to see how it feels. Got plans to use it for Halloween. So he bought this green morph suit and wants to wear it just like going to the store and shit.
Sure.
That's so tight. He then told me after I sent him a pic of me wearing the suit, expecting him to laugh, first over text, then on the video call we had, that he found this, quote, not normal, that it was scaring him, and that people would find me weird, would look at me weird, and that people would judge me, that since it is not a, quote, normal thing to do, I must absolutely not do it. He was 100% not joking. He is actually extremely concerned that I would do this, and even told me that I should tell a therapist about wanting to do this. Walking around town in a green morph suit over my regular clothes. Since for me this reaction was utterly incomprehensible, Puritan, and disproportionate, I proceeded to get mad, shouting, not yelling, not insulting, I would never, how this reaction was nonsense, and this and this I saw how the conversation was getting and since I saw how the conversation was getting nowhere, I hung up on him. I honestly am quite shocked. This is the first time I've had a fight with my dad and over something so trivial. What do y'all feel? I feel betrayed. It's not about the suit, it's about his reaction. I feel judged.
His dad seems like the type that if he caught his son listening to rap music, his son would turn into a thug. He'd say,
Yeah.
"Son, you're gonna turn into a thug if you listen to this thug music." Shut up, dude. You're what a dickhead. What an absolute fucking cuck. Dude, let him run around in a morph suit. It's funny. What's the problem here?
Yeah,
What
he
what
said
are
he
we
wants
doing?
to, and it's not even like he thinks it's a fashion statement. He wants to like wear it around to see if it's uncomfortable for like Halloween or whatever.
Yeah,
So of course
okay.
he's gonna like
Normal
walk
people
around in it, with, extended
normally
time.
you would just walk around the house or whatever, but okay, if you want to go to Walmart, sure, whatever. Like what? Is it harming anyone?
Yeah,
No. I mean,
yeah.
dad either thinks that well, dad definitely voted Trump 3 times. You know what I mean? He's very much probably cowboy boots, starched jeans, flannel shirt type vibe. I can only imagine. Um doesn't like mixing of cultures very much. I feel like, you know, it does get worse. Did something get updated?
This comment seems like he was genuinely concerned and you crashed out. I'd say you're the asshole. That's crazy.
No.
That is actually
Not
crazy.
the asshole. Comma, your dad seems like he does not like fun. If you want to wear a green suit, if you want to wear something goofy to the store, cool.
Wow.
Let some randoms judge you. comma, live your life.
Somebody said everyone sucks here. He was ridiculous, but that's not a valid reason for you to crash out and shout at him. Bitches need to get evaluations. This is crazy. Ain't no way, dude. If I said, "Hey, I'm gonna wear this green morph suit," like, isn't that funny? Haha. And someone said, "You genuinely need to go to therapy. You need a psychiatric evaluation for wearing this in public. This is like you need help. This is on abnormal behavior." You better believe you're like, I would raise my voice. That's
If I
crazy.
told my mom I was going to a store in a green morph suit, she would laugh at me and call me dumb, and that would be the extent of it.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Everyone sucks here is insane.
Doesn't do anything
Dog,
to your dad. To your dad, his reaction is strange.
get a load of this comment. I'm screaming. Everyone sucks here. Your dad did not express his concern well. Not sure where you live, but if I put my parent hat on, I think your dad was concerned for your safety. Your Wear your suit around the yard or in your house if you're getting ready for Halloween. Walking around outside could cause you some very unwanted attention. How is he what dude, what very unwanted attention could you possibly get? What does this mean?
Yeah, very strange. Dad is acting in a very strange way.
That's crazy. This is This is crazy. Dude's tripping over a Green Man costume. Seriously, you're 23, not 5, not the asshole. Yeah, true. Man, that's crazy. I can't imagine the multitudes of people saying everyone sucks or he's the asshole for this. Dude just wants to wear a morph suit, man. That's insane. Let dudes live. Let dudes breathe. That's crazy. Mm, ooh. Am I the asshole for being upset with my friend after he locked my dog outside? Controversial, controversial, controversial one.
Yeah, we need details on that.
I'll keep this short to save time. So I recently hosted a party and invited some friends over to my house. So it's at his own house. One of these friends doesn't like dogs. He's not allergic, he just doesn't like them. Knowing this, I put my dog in a room and notified my friends not to open the door because the dog would get out. For whatever reason, my other friends thought it would be a funny to prank the friend who's scared of dogs by letting it out of the room and walk around. At this time, I'd gone to Walmart to pick up a new board game because not everyone had arrived yet and I wasn't aware of this. I think what they did was wrong, but I think it's worse that my friend locked my dog outside out of spite without telling me. She's a house dog, so she hates going outside except when on walks. Additionally, it was raining on that day, so she was completely soaked by the time the party ended, and I realized she was gone hours later. Oh, she thought the dog was still in the room. I see. When I heard this story from everyone, I told my friends he should have just put her back in the room and they should no longer back in my home. Whoa. When I heard this story from everyone, I told my friend he should have just put her back in her room and he said he would no longer be allowed back in my home for future hangouts. Nobody else in the group interfered, no doubt because they had part in it, but they also weren't the ones who locked my dog outside of the home without permission. Am I the asshole for singling him out or is this justified? Uh, hmm. How do we feel about that? Mm. You seem like you have thoughts.
It's tough.
Yeah. Yep.
if you don't like dogs, you don't have to come to my house. I'm not
Agreed.
gonna put my dog in their crate because you don't like dogs. However, I will crate Mosey, like if I'm getting my hair cut and I don't want him to like scoop up my hair and eat it or whatever. If like Dixie comes over
Sure.
or whatever, then I'll
Sure,
like
sure,
put him in
sure.
his crate, or like she'll bring her daughter and then her daughter will play with Mosey or whatever. So in that case, like I wouldn't crate him. But like if I had a friend who was like very much anti-dog, then I guess I would put my dog up for a little bit, but it wouldn't be like a forever thing. I'd be like, hey, you're gonna have to like get over this, or I guess you're just not coming over. It's kind of like my dog is an extension of me. And if you don't want my dog out in his own house, then like, what are we doing? Right.
Right, yeah. But what about the other dudes? What do you think about that?
Well, opening, it's so everybody but OP is the asshole in this situation, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. I agree. And
OP,
poor OP doesn't even know the dog's locked out because they think they're still in that room just chilling, being quiet asleep or
yeah.
something.
Yeah, you don't move my dog. I briefly touched on this. I was at my uncle's house during the hurricane, and they disgustingly to me, they live in a like a beach area, so their house, like stilt houses, right? For like beach areas, they have like a garage that's meant to be like blown out,
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
there's like nothing in the garage area because it's meant to like flood and like nothing, whatever. You don't keep anything down there, so they keep their dogs down there. They lock their dogs down in a no AC just room. And when I brought Mosey in, he was like, "You're gonna put Mosey downstairs, right?" And I said, "No, he's coming with me. Mosey doesn't do lock downstairs with no AC type shit. Nah,
Yeah, that's
we're not
crazy.
doing this."
That's crazy.
And so I told the story about how like I was driving on my way back, blah blah blah. This was the day Trump almost got assassinated. It was the earshot day.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
This
yeah, yeah. I remember your
literally
shot
this
day,
day
yeah.
because I remember this day specifically. And so I was at my house cleaning and I went back to like getting stuff ready for the big trash debris day where they were coming around doing like storm trash.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
And I get back and I don't see my dog. He has Mosey locked in the laundry room, and he starts screaming at me to like get me out of his house or whatever. And I was like,
Yeah,
"Where's
yeah,
my
yeah.
fucking dog?" First of all, or we're throwing hands. And he
Well, I
locked
agree with
him
that.
in this square of a room, smaller than a bathroom.
Yuck.
And
Like a
I'm like, "Yo,
closet
what
type
the
shit?
fuck are you doing?" When I left, I didn't think you were gonna fucking keep Mosey in here. So like Mosey's like fucking afraid of like small spaces now. And I don't know how long he had him in there. I don't know if he fed him or if he gave him any water, but I was like fucking pissed. I was fucking pissed off. And yeah, no, you don't move my dog and not tell me where my dog is. That's not a prank. That's not a haha. Also, you
I
don't
agree.
use my dog as a joke to like scare someone or anything like that. No, everyone in that situation is an asshole except the OP, in my opinion. That's like a strong opinion.
Yeah, 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 yeah. But you think the OP was right to only like excommunicado the one homie and not the whole group?
Yeah.
I think the whole group's fucked. I think the dudes that use the dog as like a
I don't
prank
think we're
prop, those guys gotta
ending.
go.
I don't think we're ending a friendship over it, but we're having a sit down and I'm going off. And if you don't like
Yeah.
that we're having the sit down about it, then we're not friends anymore. If you're not going to listen to me and make sure this never fucking happens again,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
and if I'm not getting like a heartfelt sorry for this shit,
Like, cause the
then
other
you're
ones
not in my
knew the
life.
dog was locked out of the house and just
Yeah.
didn't say anything.
Well, because to non-dog
crazy.
owners and then some dog owners, a dog is just a tool, a thing that like keeps intruders
Yeah.
away, like an alarm or something.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Something that just like can be left outside because it's an animal or whatever, depending on your on your upbringing, or depending on how your family's values are or whatever. Um, I didn't grow up with dogs, but I knew when I got my first dog, he was going to be an indoor dog. He was going to be a dog that he's not going in his crate to sleep. He's sleeping right next to me. He's not
Yeah,
going
yeah,
to
yeah.
be like a piece of furniture that's like sitting outside and that's where they stay.
Oh,
That
yeah.
that
No,
I
that's fucked,
made
yeah.
a decision there that, like whenever I went to my uncle's and then to the um hotel after, it wasn't like, I guess I'll just leave Mosey somewhere, leave Mosey at the house that's all hot. He's coming with me. He's family. He's coming with me.
Yeah,
If
yeah,
we're
yeah, yeah,
going
yeah.
to a hotel, we're going to a hotel. You know what
Agreed.
I mean? So that's my thing.
No, you're so real for that. Big hiccup. You're so real for that. I'm like looking through some more of these. There's some interesting ones. There's some stuff. Am I the asshole for urging my best friend to break up with her boyfriend? That one could be juicy. That could be drama and goss. There's also, am I the asshole for reporting two girls who barged into my dorm? That one sounds a little drama and goss. Am I the asshole for asking for an unannounced contribution to my birthday's party dinner bill after the fact? I'm inclined to say
Oh,
yes immediately.
yeah, that's like a immediately type stitch. Let's do the friend not being with the other friend, trying to break up
Okay,
your
yeah, yeah,
friend's
bet.
relationship.
Am I the asshole for urging my best friend to break up with her boyfriend?
Yeah.
This gets worse. Okay, 20 male, have a best friend, 21 female. I can see already a recipe for disaster based on how this goes. we've been we've been best friends since like 5th grade. We're both straight. I have a girlfriend, but she's like a sister to me. I assume he means to say that the friend who is a 21 female is like a sister, not his girlfriend. I'm praying that that's what he means. However, the way he wrote it is I have a girlfriend, but she's like a sister, and that's tough. So there's some interpretation that needs to be done here. Within the past 5 months, she's been dating this man. He's a wannabe thug, and he's no good. Oh, a wannabe thug and no good. At first, he wanted her to cut me off, but she refused, saying I was here first. That didn't bother me, and despite him being a dick to me, I didn't care. If she was happy and he was treating her right, all good. I started caring when her life was in danger. Oh. I started caring when her life was in danger. He got her kicked out of her house, gave her an STD from having sex with other women while they were dating. He has been caught cheating on numerous occasions and has brought her around guns and shootings. I understand bringing someone around guns as a concept. What is bringing around a shooting? Like she was there for the drive-by? What do we mean by that?
She was there while shooting occurred, I imagine.
Yeah, but who has like a... Do you know what I'm saying? Like, hey babe, I'm gonna pick you up. We have to drive by on the way to KFC, and then after that, we're gonna hit the boys' spot. Like,
I
what
imagine that's
exactly?
sometimes how that goes. Like there's a target, you got to go take care of the target. Doesn't matter who's with you.
Yeah, but who picks up their girlfriend for that? Do you know what I mean? Like, do that
Yeah, but
first.
if he's doing all that anyway, that means he's not really thinking that right anyway. So who are we to judge about someone who's not even thinking to begin with, you know?
I guess it just seems like you should schedule your shootings more appropriately. This is like,
Well,
come on, boys,
if
what are we
if
doing?
if the boy's been spotted on the block, you can't just schedule that. If you know what I mean, like
Well,
if the
that's
target
true.
if the
Yeah, if it's a
target's in
pop
the
up, if it's a
area,
pop up, yeah,
the
true.
target's in the area, you know what I mean?
He also is very rude to her. Save that one for last. He's kind of rude. All he snatches her phone from her and goes through it. He manipulates and verbally abuses her, and he begs for sexual advances despite her saying He begs for sexual advances. Okay. Despite her saying no. I've brought this up to her and she says she knows, but she loves him for some reason. He also will turn off his location and go to Hooters when he's mad. I want this to be real. I don't think this is real, but I want it to be real so bad. Can you imagine? You have a fight with your girl, so you turn off your location and go to Hooters. That's so tight.
I think this is
How do you
real,
know? How do you
unfortunately.
know he's at Hooters if he turned off his location?
I bet she works there or
Oh my
works
god, he's
around
so
there.
funny. Mind
They
you, he's
probably
never
caught.
spent one penny on her. Ah, lol, 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 lol. She's been very odd. For some reason, she wants to keep merging calls between him and me. Whenever our friend group hangs out, she wants to bring him along. Of course, I don't like him because all of the stuff he's done to her. I just wouldn't be talking around him and I'd leave when he'd come around. He thinks we have a problem, and yes, we definitely do have a problem. I don't like the way he treats my best friend. Me and her dad spoke about this, and we both agree this young man isn't worth this young man isn't worth it, and she needs to break up with him. I urged her to leave him on numerous occasions. I've had hours long talks with her about how eventually this boy's going to do something horrible to her and she deserves better. Everything I say goes in one ear and comes out the other. Eventually they broke up about 2 weeks ago. She called me and told me they got back together. I was mad. Why is she with someone who insists on harming her? I don't get it. She told me to shut the fuck up and let her live her life. I'm not her man or her dad, so I shouldn't be worried about her. Am I the asshole? This is so
God
funny.
bless. This is
This is
funny because
so
you and
fucking
I were
funny.
in this same boat. Now we could use our own. You want to use our own story for this,
Well,
or
mine was maybe not as
not
extreme
as
as
life
this.
threatening? Not as life threatening.
Yeah,
But
this is a little.
very.
This is more pressing danger, I feel.
I think if the apartment thing would have went through and the move, it probably would have been dangerous for you. Yeah, probably
Because
on
this
this
is
level.
like STDs with a lot of cheating, being around shootings and executions. This is like clearly a different step.
Yeah, she's in physical danger. You were in emotional. You were in emotional danger.
It's so funny, man.
Um,
He is also very rude to her.
Now, why were you attracted to someone who was very rude to you and treated you like shit?
Well, if you can imagine, the breadcrumbing was sincere. Like
Yeah,
she really started out strong and then only got
yeah.
crazy over time.
I
Uh
imagine. I imagine what's happening here is one. She's either he's giving her some type of drugs that she doesn't want to get off of. Could be one.
could be.
She
Plausible,
she likes
plausible,
the
plausible,
drugs,
plausible.
or she is just really attracted to like people with issues and she thinks she can fix them. I don't think best friend's an asshole. um I think everyone else in the situation's an asshole other than dad.
Uh hmm. I don't know if I think OP is an asshole, but he is like not understanding that he's out of options. He's just gotta let shit rock. You just gotta let it be what
Yeah.
it is. Yeah. The dad seems fine. I agree. The dad seems fine. That's so funny, man. I think the biggest asshole is the girl. She's the worst one.
Yeah, she is putting herself in danger
She told me to shut the fuck up and let her
in
live
the
her
worst
life.
way. Yeah.
Can you? I do wonder what the appeal is of being around murders. And it sounds like maybe she's just kind of like cooked, like mentally. So, as it turns out, the homie you've had since you were 10, which at this point is a 10-year friendship, it would seem, since you're 20. People are a lot diff when they're not 10 anymore.
Yeah. Yeah,
Like,
it's
this
tough.
relationship was probably not founded on who that person is, but who that person was when they were playing Ninja Turtle Pretend Time at recess. So it sounds like maybe you just made friends with someone who is mentally cooked. 10 years ago.
Well, there could be emotional abuse going on. I mean, there's so much other stuff that she probably doesn't even know about. Of why the chick doesn't want to leave him, But I think it just ends up being like down bad dude. She wants to be down bad for some reason. Hey, some people just want to be bad. Some people are just like, hey, I want to be fucking bad or be bad adjacent. And so they meet someone who's bad adjacent because there's some type of attraction there. I don't know. This bitch comes into my chat. Says hi to you first.
Yo, Mikey, what's
chat,
up, dog? How you doing, brother? What's good?
Mikey, I thought we laid down the disrespect, but that's insane.
What's up, dog? Welcome on in. Siri played Down Bad by Taylor Swift. Skate, welcome in. What's up, homie? How you doing, brother? What? How you doing? Hi. Okay, so oh my god, Mikey, that's oh my god.
Mikey, he's just queer baiting though. Careful.
Excuse me? What does that mean?
Means exactly what I said.
I don't know what that means at all. I think I posture myself as probably one of the most masculine archetypes possible. Not SK known queer baiter. I've never queer baited in my life.
Your whole persona is queer bait. What do you mean?
What?
Are you gonna help us wipe on Dementius tonight? I don't know.
This is crazy.
Hard. I don't know.
I am the single most hetero presenting dude possibly out ever. I feel like that's just true. I see. Skate hitting you with it. If you don't want to, you don't want. Yeah, well. You see, Skate. Connor can't say it, but what he means is.
What can't I say?
Yuck, not mythic. That's what he means to say.
No, yuck. That whole fight is my yuck. You know what I mean?
Oh, wow. Don't monka me. Wait a fucking minute. This is crazy.
Connor the known heroic
hater. True.
Oh, sure.
So true.
That's why I got you guys AOTC last season, right? Known heroic hater.
You literally didn't even. Oh my god! My man said that's why I got you thing that I didn't get you. Oh
I did
no!
I was there for your.
Oh my god! Oh no! Being exposed.
I think
so
I was
quickly.
one of the last people alive in your kill. In your first Gallywix kill, your AOTC Gallywix kill. By the way, also you wouldn't have killed Muggsy without us using our mythic strat for you guys. By the way. I brought that strat to your team so you guys could kill Muggsy.
Did you get his AOTC? Damn. That's
crazy.
Flag on the play. Uh-oh. My man just out here. Okay. I see. Well, Skate, I'll tell you what didn't happen. Me getting you AOTC, because I don't play that fucking game. However, if I did, I would have.
Now, if World of Warcraft had pools and a character pools and stuff, he would be playing it. Like, ooh, I gotcha. Yeah, like pools.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
POOLS, but PULLS.
Yeah. That's true. I say wheel and you say pool. That's the dichotomy here.
Pool.
We're getting player housing, and that's cute. Oh, I do like player housing. That's pretty cute. But you know what? I have this going on, gesturing to my face, audio listeners. I don't think I could also be a WoW player. That's just like a lot to stack against myself.
There's a lot of queer baiters in WoW, so you'd be fit right in. Honestly, that face.
Did I ever tell you about the time I changed my name on League of Legends to Saiyan Kitten instead of Saiyan Man?
No, I don't like it.
I deliberately went out of my way to be like, I was using like the :3 cat face emoji in chat, and I was like, "Oh my god, Daddy, you're so good!" Yes, I got like 200 free skins in a month. People gifted me skins non-fucking stop. It was tight. I think about doing it again. I'm debating.
A lot of twinks too. That's true. We got a lot of twinks in WoW. Now you're not quite a twink, but you know, a lot of
Me?
twunks.
I
Yeah,
couldn't be less twink, unfortunately.
yeah. You're more of a twunk. Yeah, you're a little. Some people never have the card. You know what I mean? Hey, look, I'm right there with you. You know.
Skate. I definitely know Asmongold. Yeah. Well, not know, but I know of. I don't
Never in my
personally know
life
Asmongold.
did I ever hold the twink card. Unfortunately, I was born without it.
Bored without?
Unfortunately.
Yeah, I have never.
That was a devastating assault on your character and didn't even deserve. I'm not sure.
Never been a
Guys, I
twink.
don't know if you know who Asmongold is. Connor knows
God,
that. Yes, I
wish
do
was
know. Yeah.
God, I wish I was a twink. Is so funny.
As per my pro right leaning persona on the ha-has, on the bits, I do know Asmongold.
As per my.
I am familiar with
You
the.
phrased that so specifically.
Some people would assume that's what I am.
Some people would assume that. And maybe you should stop hiding behind humor and just say what you really think.
That's so true, honestly. So valid.
That's crazy, man. That is a tough one. That is tough that somehow the jokes have superseded jokedom and become, oh, I bet he just thinks that.
Am I the asshole forced to pay double so I didn't tip? That sounds spicy.
Excuse me?
6 minutes ago.
Yeah, I was gonna say I have to refresh. Am I the asshole forced to pay double so I didn't tip? That's interesting. That's a fascinating concept. Okay, hold on. A childhood friend of mine owns and operates her own hair salon. Oh, it's a childhood friend. We are not tight like we were as kids. We're more like distant friends who have known each other for forever.
Your friends.
I finally booked an appointment, but upon seeing her rate, I decided to book with her apprentice for half my friend's rate. I figured that way I was still giving her salon business, so that's good. That's not how that works, for the record. It doesn't work that way. At a salon, each individual hairdresser has to pay to rent the chair.
Yeah.
Fascinating system.
I'm a salon knower, if you could imagine.
Yeah.
I'm a knower.
Crazy situation. So I'm a broke teacher and I pretty much live paycheck to paycheck. Before I got there, I got an email saying the owner would be cutting my hair instead. I know she saw me on her books and changed it. Her apprentice was in the shop the whole time, not cutting anyone else's hair, so I was hoping she'd honor the price I agreed to pay. I get to check out. Oh, I get to check out after the cut and she charged me her full rate. I was stunned. I didn't say anything because I didn't want to make a scene, so I just didn't leave a tip. This happened 2 years ago and I still feel guilty. Am I the asshole? So he decided to pay half as much and get the apprentice instead. She deliberately said, fuck that, switched it back to herself to cut his hair, charged the full rate like normal, even though she like changed away from the other one who wasn't busy, who had nothing going on. So she deliberately just yoinked that for herself to charge double. Interesting. That's tough. I'm gonna say not the asshole, I think. I feel like that's kind of not the asshole for me. What are your thoughts?
That's tough. Because
Yeah,
I
that's a
feel
rough
like
one.
at a salon there is like a ceiling for service. I know they're all able to, within reason, charge their own rates, but if let's say he's getting a cut the apprentice maybe isn't like good with, or the apprentice was like doing something else because she's the apprentice, and from what I understand, their thing isn't only cutting hair. They're like doing other stuff or learning the business in some other way, or she might have been doing like some type of course. Because I know they have to have like a lot of like learning hours or whatever. And so I imagine maybe in
Hmm.
a world where the she didn't think the apprentice could do a satisfactory job, she changed it. I'm gonna be real. If you are sweating, and of course they specifically didn't give us prices. Very ambiguous
Sure.
prices here. Like, is it
I
10
assume
bucks
it's not
more?
like a
Is
Great
it
Clips. I assume it's like a salon. Salon
yeah?
is probably like
If
140
you're
or $200.
hear me out. If you're a broke teacher without any money, you're going to Supercuts or Great Clips. You
Yeah,
shouldn't be
it is
going to a
weird to be
salon.
broke paycheck to paycheck going to a salon for a fucking haircut. Like that does seem strange.
Now here's my thing. It seems like some things were left out on purpose, because if
Yeah.
he wasn't worried about us knowing the price, then he would have gave us the price. If he wasn't worried about
Well, I assume this is a
um
female OP. So she probably has like she's like getting something done to her hair. As
oh,
opposed to just
I
like a
didn't
normal.
assume it was female, but it
Mhm.
could be a female. I've gone to salons. I mean,
Yeah,
as
well
a
same.
male. So
I
I
also.
wasn't just assuming it was a female, but it could be. I don't know. If you're worried about your hair, come prepared to pay and don't worry about it. And you tip the person because they're a service worker. And if you don't like it, go to Europe. I don't know. Because there's a lot of comments on like, you're not the asshole. Tipping culture is dumb anyway. Yeah, we understand tipping culture is dumb, but also that's not how our society works. Now, if you go to Turkey or whatever, sure, whatever. They don't tip over there, but that's how their system's built. They don't need, like, people who usually work for tips are living off their tips
It
in
does
a
be that
certain
way.
way.
Yeah.
So the whole idea, I want to crumple up the idea of tipping culture is dumb. We shouldn't do it and throw it in the trash anyway, because that's not the point. You're saying that as to miss the point. I don't understand tipping for these kinds of services anyway. The worker sets their own price, and that's that. That's not that, though. Usually the salon has a minimum price you have to set your stuff to, and they could charge more, but they're not going to usually, because that's an exorbitantly high cost. You set your prices a little lower, you can pay for your chair, and then you get more tips that way. But these people are living off their tips more than likely. It's a large percent of their income. You know what I mean? It is
At a
very
salon?
tough. The chair, from what I've having talked to my mom's friends who have like salons, or not have
Yeah.
salons but have worked in salons, those chairs aren't
Oh, they're
those
not cheap.
annual chair prices are not cheap
They
at
ain't
all.
cheap.
And so if you want to be successful and then moving up in that salon and having that chair and doing more in that salon, then you are gonna have to charge a decent rate. Also, we're talking about a salon, by the way. If she doesn't have money, go to Super Clips, go to Great Clips, go to one of the other like alternate like um um uh chain hair cutting salons. Like, why are you going and paying $100 or $80? But again,
Yeah.
we don't know the prices. She specifically left those off, and I believe for a reason, because I bet whatever the person was charging wasn't too far off from what she was charging. It was probably like 10 or 20 bucks more or
It
less.
was double.
Again, she can say that, but she didn't give us a price. So it's hard for me to believe. You know what I mean?
Bitch at half. That's tough.
Yeah. Where's the price though? Show me the real money. Cause like, you can't complain about price and not show me the price.
I
And
think
then
it's kind of an on
also,
the principle of the matter in the sense that if you have
but
like this is the appointment and then they're like, "Psych, you're here now. I'm doing it.
then just walk out.
Incoming my regular rate."
She could have left. If she has no money, she could have left.
Hot towel shit on top, 34 without tip. Dude, the hot towel shit is fucking goated. That's
Well,
true.
yeah, men's cuts are usually cheaper than women's cuts anyway. But like,
Well,
my
that's
thing
true.
is, if you, Ethan, don't have $50 to go get a haircut, don't get a fucking haircut for $50. Go get a super cuts cut for $5. There's your problems fixed for you. You're getting a probably potential worse cut. I won't say potential because there's a lot of great people who work for those businesses. But the am I the asshole thing here is forced to pay double, so I didn't tip. You're an asshole because you didn't tip. You
I
weren't
don't think you're
forced
even
to pay
supposed to tip
double.
the person that owns the establishment though. Tipping owner is pretty like uncommon.
If someone's doing a
That's kind of
service
a
for you,
gratuity. Nah, I wouldn't tip. The owner of a place, I wouldn't tip at all.
I've
Because they're
never
not
heard
renting
of
a chair
anything
from
like that.
themselves. They own their shit. Yeah, and she yoinked the money from the other person. If we're making the point that these people live on their tips, she just straight up yoinked a whole ass. That's crazy.
Yeah, but do you see
This
what
owner
she did
sucks.
though here in this story, this Wattpad story she just gave us? She gave us all the details that made her look good and left out all the details that made her look probably questionable. Like
What
she's
detail
like,
could
"Oh,
make her questionable here?
I'm a struggling teacher with no money and I've come to this establishment and I have to pay more." Well, you don't have to pay more. You could have left. But also she's not going to give us the pricing. If she's going to be, you see how she was so fine tooth with her own, like, to
Oh,
paint
with that, yeah,
herself.
sure.
And
Go on,
then
go on.
she was like broad strokes with all this other info. Like, no, if we're gonna be fine tooth comb with you, the stuff that paints you in a good light, let's see all the details about this other thing. Like, she has given us all the details about herself to make her look better because she's this poor teacher. Feel bad for me,
Sure,
but
sure, sure,
hey,
sure.
go to Supercuts for like a $10 haircut, $20 haircut. I don't know. Am I the asshole forced to pay double? You weren't forced to pay double. Could have left. You know what I mean?
I don't know what you mean at all. I'm gonna be honest with you. I have no idea what you mean.
She's not forced to pay double. She could have left to not pay
Like not
double.
paid? Like just don't pay?
You just don't get your haircut. You're not
She had
forced
an
to.
appointment,
She had an
and
appointment.
that appointment was silently changed
Oh, yeah, yeah.
in
So
this
if
when
if
she
that
showed
happens
up.
to me, you know what happens? I walk in and I'm like, "Oh, I'm supposed to be seeing Erica today for my haircut." "Oh, Erica actually gave your haircut to someone else." I'm like, "Oh, I'll come back when Erica can cut my hair. Have a nice day." They're like, "Oh, you can't do that." And I'll be like, "Well, I'm leaving now. Bye." Because you're not Erica and I want Erica to cut my hair.
That's funny.
I
I
don't.
see.
Yeah, you don't have to have someone cut your hair that you don't want to cut your hair. And she says from the thing, she specifically went with this person because she knew the person would be cheaper. So if you're going to the
Yeah.
establishment and you know your friend is coming to cut your hair now because you've been told last minute that they've changed when you've walked in, be like, "Hi, friend, I don't want to pay for your service because you're too expensive and I actually went with the cheaper guy. So if you're not charging me cheaper guy stuff," it's the same with the food we did earlier. If you're going into an establishment and you're not checking your food before you leave, or you're going in to get a haircut and you're not making sure, like, "Hey, what am I paying for this, by the way?" Just to make sure, because this is weird because I scheduled with someone else and you're not the person I scheduled with. This is
Yeah, yeah.
how I, as an adult, handle my business. And she said, "I'm just gonna stay quiet, and then when I'm charged double, I'm gonna be upset about it." You could have just avoided the whole issue by saying, "Oh, you've changed. Oh, I'm not getting the haircut by the person I wanted to get my haircut by." Tight. Well, let me know when she can cut my hair and I'll come back. See you later. Bye.
I see, I see, I see, I see, I see.
You,
So as
as
opposed
the
to the assumption that like, oh, well, we agreed on a price and that's the price, and then being jump scared by the double.
well, you didn't agree on the price. You agreed on the person, and
Oh, I was just
she's an
going by.
adult
I was
female.
hoping she'd honor the price that I agreed to pay. There's an agreed price.
Well, she agreed to pay for the price of the person's service, and that person's now not cutting your hair. So then I can assume, because it's not a supercuts where everything is the same price. I mean, we can assume she is probably a female. So she's probably got her haircut before and knows how these things work. If I'm
Sure,
getting my
sure, sure,
haircut
sure.
with someone else, I'm not expecting the same price. Now, if I go to Supercuts, I know Supercuts has a price for male haircuts and female haircuts. That does
That's
not
true.
change.
They sure do.
They're a chain who makes money. This is not a chain. This is a salon. So that's different.
Yes.
You are being charged by the person your haircut is with. So if I'm a woman who's like going to have my pamper day or whatever, and I'm
Yeah, yeah,
not
yeah.
getting my haircut by the same person who has been a woman all my life and knows every time I go to the salon, if I'm going to one person, that they're charging me the price they always charge me. And if I go to this other person, they're charging me something different, then I should just walk out and get my haircut by the person I want my haircut by.
I see, I see, I see, I see, I see, I see.
I want my haircut cut by the person I scheduled with. And if they can't do it, I'm making sure whatever price I have locked in is the price of getting my haircut with. If I'm going to order tacos and I know 2 tacos equals $20, if they say that'll be $25, I'll be like, hey, so where did the $5 extra come from? And if I can't get a good answer for that, I'm not taking the money, and I'm not taking the tacos. I'm not paying. And if I'm getting my haircut and I walk in, and if the person's like, okay, that for this haircut because I'm cutting it, it's got to be $40 instead of $20 because I'm not the person who you scheduled with. I'd be like, well, can the person I scheduled the $20 cut my hair then? And if that can't happen, then I will see you later when that person can cut my hair. That's
I see, I see, I see, I see.
yeah. That burden is always on the customer. Be an adult.
Yeah, death and skate, excellent points also. In addition.
Yeah.
Gotta
People,
change.
I think, have regressed.
Well, that's true.
And they act more like kids than adults now. Because I don't think that would ever happen like 20 years ago. You'd be like, hey, I scheduled an appointment with Cindy. Cindy charges me $20. Rick, why are you charging me $40? Oh, that's my price. Okay, cool. Well, I will come back when Cindy can cut my hair for $20. Thank you. Have a great day.
True.
This is not the person. Maybe the person's not an asshole, but you are naive. So, not an asshole. UAN. You are naive.
Doing the investigative work. This OP also posted in a separate subreddit they might be an alcoholic, so like maybe they have bigger issues.
Yeah, there we go. Maybe this teacher is poor, not because they're not making enough money, maybe
That's
because
so
all their money
funny.
is going to alcohol. Hey.
That is so fucking funny.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
You know what I mean?
That is absolutely crazy. I do notice they also post an r/hair, so they are kind of up on the hair scene.
No, Agama. So with some graphics cards with the latest update, yeah, it was recompiling shaders. The fix for me, I had to go in and delete all the shader files. And then once it recompiled all the shaders from nothing, it was fine. Like it wasn't recompiling. There was something in the files that was causing the game to like recompile consistently and not stop. But once all those corrupted cache files were deleted, I was able to then recompile all the shader cache again, and it was perfect. Like nothing, it was running smooth again. But yeah, I did figure it out after stream. I had to take a little detour on that one.
Yeah, I saw you hop on before. I assumed you were messing with some stuff like that.
Yeah.
Oh, death. Yeah, well, that's true. People are just fucking socially inept for sure.
Yeah.
Social skills have just gone through the floor.
And that's why we're here
100%.
to teach these people that you are naive, not an asshole. A little different. Maybe we start a subreddit called Am I Naive? And then we help these
God.
people.
Oh my God.
Because
Imagine.
taco person's not an asshole, naive. This person's a bit naive and should have like spoke. Like people just nor like I've noticed from just doing customer service as well, they will not speak up for themselves when they have a right to speak up for themselves. Like it's very strange. Like I used to work with older people, so it was common that they wouldn't know that they could ask for certain things, especially with like you know, was in like the medical field. So, wheelchair would come damaged and they were like, what do I do?
Oh
And I'm
yeah.
like, let me get you fixed up. You don't even ask them because they don't even know what they want because they don't know what they
Right.
can and can't ask for. But it's like these people just go along with it. And I don't think it has anything to do with social skills. I think it's like anxiety for like a
Oh,
disagreement, like just a baseline, like, hey, I didn't sign up for this.
well, that's true.
And people don't do that, and then they get upset at the end result when it isn't what they want.
Skate. Yeah, it was 2 years ago this was posted, but the incident in
You
the
know what I mean?
post was 2 years ago, yeah.
Yeah, if we're worried about this from 2 years ago, what's the bigger problem here? What's really going on in your life? I don't
Yeah,
know.
that is
That's just me.
crazy. I can't believe they fucking yoinked that appointment from their apprentice, though. But wild, wild situation. I bet that apprentice would have appreciated the money and tip. Lol. Unlucky. It is weird that you would make this post about a 2-year-old incident.
Yeah, very strange.
That what an odd choice. What a peculiar thing to do. Okay, get a load of this one. Get a load of this one. This is from user Johnny Jordan. This one starts out as an immediate I'm against them. They are the asshole. Yo, Z, what's up, homie? How are you? What you got going on? I'm not sure if they are the asshole or not, but I am immediately against them. So let's find out. Am
Where
I
is this
the
from?
asshole? This is am I the asshole for asking for an unannounced contribution to my birthday's party dinner bill after the
Uh,
fact? That is tough. So I entered a new decade in my life last week, and while I normally don't celebrate my birthdays much, this time I decided to have late night drinks at a popular restaurant. After
sure.
considering that a diner before would be fun too, I contacted the restaurant, excuse me, to see what their options were. They offered a separate 18 persons dining room with a set price of 50 euros per attendee just for the food. So we're in fucking wacky make 'em up money right now, to be clear. First, I thought about a small group, but couldn't exactly choose who to ask from all my friends, so then decided to fill the entire room with 18 people, mostly friends, some family, to make it larger and more fun ensemble. I sent them this message. Hi, I will be celebrating my XXth birthday at parentheses restaurant with late night drinks. I would like to invite you especially to a dinner up front starting at 8 p.m. Please let me know if you want to join. You can also join the drinks later, no problem, as we'll be staying there until closing. End message. In the meantime, all my friends organized a contribution for my holidays and total $600, 600 euros, coming to around 15 per person. Restaurant bill was 1600. 2 days later, I decided to cover all the drinks and just ask for a contribution for the dinner, so 50 euros. Fuck. She's like, yo, everybody pony up an extra 50 lol. 2 days after? That's crazy. Then two friends responded with the same message, same wording, same time, so assuming they were together, that they were unhappily surprised by this and expected that I would cover all expenses, saying that they were in a slight financial pickle and perhaps wouldn't have joined if they knew about the expectation of a contribution, and I already added more to my gift as an extra thank you. I was slightly perplexed and decided to call up another friend who already paid and then sent some kind words about the evening to ask about their view. He simply stated it wasn't clear, and no one, also not during the organization of the travel gift, suggested I somehow cover everything. I was somehow covering everything. I just pointed out the obvious that I could have been clearer from the start, but then again, most birthday dinner parties we attend are not covered by the host unless stated or held at their home. Sometimes people do, quote, take the bill, but that's more of an unexpected gesture. 50 per person. So it seems like they're saying they're like willing to tank the last 700, but they were asking for a 50 from everybody,
I think it's
as like
100.
a help me out.
They got 600 added to the 50 per person. They already got 600. So 600 plus the
Well,
50.
it said to cover my holidays. I assume that was like a gift, not like helping to cover the restaurant thing. But yeah, maybe it's just written European. You're probably right. Yeah, you're probably right about that. But yeah, she said, "Yo, everybody pony up an
Yeah.
extra 50 lol." And that seems insane. Like an after the fact 2 days later, where's my 50 for dinner?
Yeah, I don't know if again this seems
Undiscussed.
like Europe. I don't know how they do it in Europe, but if I'm going to a birthday dinner at a restaurant, I am assuming I'm paying for what I pay for. Unless we're doing a family style thing, which is very common here with like Italian and
Sure.
Mexican restaurants doing family style. If that's the case, it's talked about before we order the food. And if we're doing family style, everyone agrees beforehand to split it. Or if someone wants to be weird and not split it, then they don't do the family style and order their own thing and don't have access to what we're all splitting. That's how it's usually worked for us.
Oh, oh,
But
oh, oh.
I don't know how we're getting 1600 euros into a dinner drinks situation and no one knows how it's being paid for. That's very strange to me.
Yeah, it
I've
goes
heard of
on to
these things
say.
happening,
Well, same. Yeah,
but
me also.
it would never happen to me, I'll tell you that.
Well, true. I agree. It goes on to say, I decided to send a kind message back to my friend saying sorry for the misunderstanding, offered to make it a lower amount. One responded positively, settled for that amount. The other didn't respond and simply sent me the money. I later spoke with another friend who paid later that also said he assumed the same thing, but just accepted the turn of events. It feels a bit weird to me. I feel I went to more lengths to organize something I could have also skipped. I still covered the drinks bill, and in return, this is what happened. I also can't remember ever opposing someone's request for a contribution, high or not, which is normally to split the bill so easily 80 or more nowadays. Also, because when you also gift someone something, they can then use the gift. That sentence, I'm not sure I follow, but I ended up with a few €100 in costs and a sour aftertaste. So here's where I'm at. And I think I have, like, very particular views on this kinda thing. I have, like, a very, specific view on this. I think, first of all, if you're planning your own birthday party and then inviting people to a birthday party for yourself that you planned, and you don't explicitly say, "Hey, y'all are paying for this," they're not. If you're organizing a thing, you're paying the thing if you don't tell someone is like expressly, "Hey, you're ponying up for this." At the same time, though, here's what here's how I feel about it. Here's the thing I feel about it. If you're and this maybe doesn't apply to like a date per se, but like with homies, if I'm talking to a friend that is I'm trying to like go do a thing with, right? Like if I said to you, "Hey, I am going to a movie. Do you also want to go to this movie?" I would expect that that would be like we both are buying tickets to a movie and going at the same time. If I say I'm going to a movie, you should come with me. I'm paying for your ticket.
Mm.
If I'm saying, "Yo, I'm doing this, I'm bringing you. I'm
Ah,
expecting to pay for you." If
depends
I'm
on the
saying, "I'm
friend.
doing this, do you want to tag along?" That's you paying for you. You know what I mean?
I think it depends on the friend group because I have a friend group. We do movies all the time. We saw like every single Marvel movie that came out. Still go to see movies. One person usually gets all the tickets. We pay them. That's just how it goes. That's how it's always been. Because of how ticket buying is now. Like if you want to sit together, you have to buy the tickets at once. Um, so if I'm being asked to the movies, I instantly know, hey Eugene, how much do I owe you? Hey, Jose, how much do I owe you? Now, I've been to movies with them in the past where they're like, oh, don't worry about it. You're good. Cool. Whatever. I've also had birthdays where um, I've never done a family style birthday, but I've had birthdays where, people come out. It's never assumed that you're not paying. And I've had like my stuff paid for by a buddy. But I've never been to a fucking birthday dinner where we're hitting $1,600 of costs. It seems a little out
Yeah,
there.
this is definitely they pop bottles at a restaurant with like high tags for sure.
Now, if you want to go do that by yourself, go ahead. That's fine. But like with your homies, we're hitting up dinner. We're having a drink or two, but there's nothing. We're not spending $1,600 on food and drink. That's crazy.
If it's ambiguous and you have financial issues, you should definitely ask beforehand. Yeah, I agree with that.
Anytime I go into a situation where I'm doing something
That's
with
true.
friends that there's a combined thing for, like for example, also big concert goer. So at a point in time, I would be the one to buy all our tickets, so then I could accrue points on my credit card, and then people would
Well,
pay
that
me.
yeah, that sounds like a
That's
standing arrangement
different.
kind of thing.
But no one ever assumed, oh, I have to pay for this. No, you're paying full price. Like I'm not giving you a discount because I'm paying. You're paying what I paid. If
Right.
we're
Yeah.
going to Roll's last birthday, we did family style Mexican, and we all paid our like portion and then a little extra so he wouldn't have to pay. So we paid a little more so he wouldn't have to pay. It's his birthday, whatever. But like everything's different. So I've never liked the assumption that like I'm not paying for something if I'm going somewhere. Yeah, if I'm going to like homies, if we're going to the cookout or whatever, we're still having like, hey, how much did it cost to get all the stuff? We'll go in on the cookout or whatever. Like you can cook it, whatever, but we'll half it.
Well,
That's just
that's
our friend
interesting.
group, though.
That's fascinating. If I'm doing like a cookout and I invite people over, there's no cost for sure. That's just me like I'm eating the cost of a cookout.
Yeah, but it's different. It's not. We're being told what to pay. We're asking, hey, can we help? Like either
Oh,
make the
well,
cookout
sure,
better
sure, 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 sure,
or
sure, sure.
eat, help you eat the cost. And it's never like probably what they actually paid. It's like a portion of that. But
Right.
it's
Yeah.
us wanting to, it's us being friends going, hey, can we help you? Like, can I give you 20 or whatever for,
Yeah, that's
and
vibe shit. Yeah.
yeah, but that's how our friend group is. Now, if you have friends that are like, hey, $1,600, I don't know. That's just insane to me. Why do we need 15 people for a birthday dinner? This seems very weird and like I would be the annoyed friend for 2 days later being hit up going, you didn't pay me enough. Strange
That would be wacky.
because,
Yeah.
but I also wouldn't be the friend in that situation because I would have asked before I even stepped foot in the restaurant. I would have made sure I knew what I was walking into. I
Yeah.
don't know if anyone else agrees with that, but that's kind of where I'm at. I'm always making sure I'm like, and here's the thing: if I'm told like, hey, it's $15 for a thing, I make sure to throw like 18. I make sure to do a little extra, just whatever, just because.
Okay, overachiever.
I just try to be a good friend to people. Because I also have friends when I've been in a bad spot, they've been like, no, it's no problem. So I've been in a situation where like my friends have been really generous to me. So I try to be, same back when I can. Um,
Yeah. Yeah, Death, I'm with you, bro. Like if I'm saying, yo, there's a thing, swing through, like your wallet ain't even showing up, bet. For sure, for sure. If it's like, yo, come over to this, yo, come to this, like
yeah,
I'm saying, be here, it's handled, be here. Type shit. For sure, for sure, for sure, for sure. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, it's not about the money. It's never about the money. Like if someone can't pay, it's never like, you know, we're not sweating the money, but it's like just like a nice gesture, I guess.
Oh well, sure. We're on vacation, he's driving, I'm paying. Yeah, bet. Yeah. Yeah, that was me in Yu-Gi-Oh! A lot. Was like with the homies be like, not necessarily like paying for gas, but like if we're like carpooling up to a thing, then like I'm covering their dinner or whatever type shit. Yeah, that was like that was the Yu-Gi-Oh vibe for sure.
It's a little different though whenever it's like 6 of your friends and you're going out to a steakhouse and your bill's going to be like 40, $50 and your buddy's like he's not paying, let me take the tab. That's different. I wouldn't be the guy who says I'm going to take the tab for the
Oh, to
1600.
be clear, I mean the
Yeah.
driver, not everyone in the car. Hold up.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying
Whoa.
like this seems like a weird
Yeah,
ambiguous
yeah, yeah, yeah.
situation to begin with.
Yeah, this is someone trying to say, I want a birthday party, you guys pay for it.
Well, also
That's
too,
crazy.
I don't mix friends and family. I don't know if that's everybody. I'm not a mixed friends and family guy. The only people, the close circle homies get to like my mom's here, come over for a plate or something. That's like for the close homies, but I'm not like mixing friends and family, which is something this guy did, which is like I had some family and some friends come. Like family, usually it's always assumed they're gonna pay for you because it's your birthday, you're not paying. Friends is
Oh,
kind of
interesting.
either or. In my um life, that's always been the case. So I don't know. I don't like mixing friends and family with that kind of stuff.
Okay,
But
I fuck
also
with that.
too, very ambiguous message. It's not very clear what's going on. Uh I would imagine 15 people, 1600. How much per person is that?
Per person?
Yeah.
Like
Like how much are these
90
people eating
bucks?
and drinking?
Like
So
$80?
it's so that's a
Eight, a little less.
mid level to mid to high level establishment. If people are eating that, if you're having that much stuff, I don't know. Tough.
That's like, I guess it's a little hard to say, but that's probably like, yeah, because there's a room fee, right? And then the room fee. Wait, where it is? It said they offered for 50 euros per attendee just for the food. Just for the food. So I guess the drinks are additional beyond that.
Maybe
So
I don't understand this because I don't come from friends and family who have this kind of money. Like you're never gonna see me at a even with like 20 people that go to a restaurant, we're never hitting 1600. Like there's never a time where we're
oh,
going to
really?
that expensive of a restaurant. We're going to like Outback Steakhouse or like you know what I mean? We're going to like just the Chili's or something. We're not going to like mid expensive tier places like 90 a person or 80 a person or whatever. That's not like I don't think we're on that level. I've never had that kind of money.
Sure.
So that's never a
Hmm.
situation we would be even in. That's never a situation we would be embroidered in. The only thing I could ever think of where this could have been an issue is Eugene's graduation party. We all went to a very upscale um, fusion restaurant, a Filipino Chinese fusion restaurant. But his parents specifically said, "We're paying for this." They're like, "You're not bringing money. Come hang out." The homies, they had family there. They had us as friends there. We had just graduated high school. This was we're paying for this because it's graduation, whatever. Um, but I've never been to a situation where like we're doing family style or whatever, and
Yeah.
we don't know what is a per head sit down for this or whatever the case may be. Like that's
Hmm.
never a thing.
Give me that A5 and the vintage wine.
Yeah, no.
No, I would Kool-Aid. I've definitely hit that at a restaurant for sure. Like 16, 18, 2 grand. I've done that. But
Yeah, no.
that's like 18 people, $1,600 with a rented room, that's not that crazy. Like, all things considered. That's just under 100 a pop, and with the expectation that, like, there are drinks happening. So, I mean, you put 3 drinks ahead, that is already, like that's, like, 60 or whatever with no food. You know what
The
I
only
mean? So it's,
event
like, a
I have
$15 entree and you're there.
the only event I've ever put together for something like this was like a company event in which the
Yeah.
company paid for everything, and it ended
Yeah,
up
yeah,
being
yeah.
like $2 to like $3,000 or whatever. But like with friends, I don't think I've ever done something this extravagant, I guess.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
that's not.
I'll tell you what I think. I think if they were just gonna, like, throw a party, if there's sorry, I know that shit's right. Good to see you. Welcome. What's up, homie? You're so fucking right for that. But here's what I'm telling you, right? I don't think the OP is an asshole for um like asking for the money to cover blah 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 whatever on a social gathering level. I don't think that makes him an asshole, but I think the OP is an asshole for saying I would like a birthday party. I will organize and invite people to a birthday party that they pay for. Fuck them. That's crazy. If people liked you enough to have a birthday party that they paid for, they would have thrown you a birthday party, bro. That
Well,
they would have thrown you a birthday party.
I agree. However, the message he sent his friends, I think, does leave room to assume I'm not paying if I go to this.
I agree. I agree with that
Yeah,
too. I would like to invite you
yeah.
especially to a diner up front starting at da 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 da. Literally saying, "Hey, you are my guest. Show up for my birthday that I'm throwing a thing for." I assume I'm not paying for that.
With my friend group, this would read, "Hey, we're going to X and X place. We're doing family style. It's going to be $30 a head. You can Venmo me, Cash at me, whatever. I hope to see you there. Let's have fun." Like that's what that would be like in our friend group, and then someone would cover his portion or whatever, just because we're friends, whatever.
Oh, sure.
Like that's how that's going, and then maybe a couple drinks or a round of. We've done like round of shots for the table or whatever, but nothing ever over a couple $100 like between all of
Sure,
us.
sure, sure.
But I again, I also have a tighter knit group of people. I don't have 18 people coming to a birthday, so what do I know? But that sounds crazy.
Yeah,
Even for Europe, where it's generally stuff's a lot like cheaper. I thought
more expensive.
1,600.
More expensive.
Hmm.
Right? Because they're in euros. Euro to USD.
The 2 days later thing for more
Oh, it
money
is a
is crazy
little
though.
less expensive. Oh wait, no. Yeah, I guess it's a little cheaper. So that'd be $1,872 American.
Yeah. The 2 days later more money message is fucking insane. I would ignore it completely. Like, what the fuck? No.
Yeah,
I
2
already
days
gave you
later,
money.
where's my 50 for dinner? That is a little crazy.
Yeah, I
And
needed to
again, if they
know.
opened with like, yo, like Death said, like, yo, there's like a thing, show up with 50, there's like a private room and like we're gonna get food and drinks and shit, $50 a head. That's one thing that like, cool. Also, the guests maybe should have been like, hey, so wait, do you not like want help with this? Are you just like, did you just like ball out on a room or whatever? Like, definitely get some information before you show up. That's crazy. So like it's funny how many of these can just be like summarized as poor communication. It's a lot of them,
Yeah, I mean,
like a
you'd be
significant number.
surprised how many people this kind of stuff affects. I just have never. And our friend group doesn't have the best communication, but we've never had a miscommunication like this. That's
Yeah,
just
this is a very
insane.
particular kind of miscommunication for sure. And again, I want to be really clear. If I'm ever saying to a homie, like I want everyone, all audio listeners, if you are my boy and we're hanging out, and I'm like, yo, I am taking you somewhere, like, yo, I'm doing this, you're invited. Assume you're not paying. That's the standing rule with me. If I specifically say I am inviting you somewhere, assume you're not paying.
And if I invite you somewhere, I will tell you how much it costs and we'll split it. That's just how we were raised, baby.
True. Now, again, on the other hand, if I'm like, "Hey, I'm doing this," is that something you wanna tag along to? N That's a little more ambiguous. That's like, "Hey, I'm doing this, and I kinda don't wanna do it alone," but, like, what's C stands for cut that bill in half, baby.
Hey. Yeah, I mean, it just stands to reason. There's certain things the person in question shouldn't pay for. If it's your birthday, you shouldn't pay for your stuff. If it's um something has happened or you're struggling with money, if your friends are doing a function in which a cut of stuff needs to come to the person putting it all together, and your friends don't pitch in for you, they're not good friends. If um whatever the case may be, it's just eh, to assume that you never have to pay is kind of crazy too. Like there's kind of crazy sides of the whole coin for both. But I just think this dude could have saved himself a whole lot of issues if he just would have told people, "Hey, just hit me up with a 50. Hit me up with a 50. We're gonna have some good food, drinks. We're gonna have a good time. Cool, I'm there." But if I'm getting told this and I show up and he's like, "Give me 50," like, I'm not paying you. What the fuck? You didn't
Well,
tell me that.
that's a good point too. If someone mentions a cost up front, then yeah, assume you're paying. Otherwise, they wouldn't have mentioned money.
Yeah,
Kool-Aid Guy has
that's what
kinda
we're
nails it
saying.
too.
That's what
Yeah,
we're
Kool-Aid Guy
saying.
kinda nailed it too, is like,
In
expect
the
to pay and then be pleasantly surprised if you don't have to.
well, that too, yeah. But like 2 days later is insane. I expect
2
everything
days
to be
later is
handled.
crazy.
I expect before I leave the restaurant, the money's handled.
Yeah, I agree.
And if you haven't gotten in contact with me about the money, 2 days later is not the time to tell me that I owe you money. You should have said,
Uh,
"Hey," before we left.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
If it's like a family gathering thing, then like I've never seen a door charge for that. But if it's like a house party, like bring homies plus ones and all that shit, then yeah, definitely a door charge. Agreed, 100%. Haven't been on 15 old, and before you're not even
It
old.
depends on the party. If it's like a party, yeah. If it's like a family thing and you're inviting your friends and everyone has pitched in with either like a food, a side, or a drink, then I expect
Yeah.
you to bring one of those things or money.
No, I'll tell you what. I think dates are a different situation. I think dates are a different. Whoever is the one to bring up a date, you're paying for both parties or all three. I don't judge, but like if you're like if I say to a girl like, "Yo, you want to go out, get dinner, da whatever," I'm paying. If a girl says to me like, "Yo, you trying to go to dinner? Like I'm trying to take you to dinner," I assume she's paying.
Oh,
A
I
date
thought
date initiator pays. I
as
think
the
is
man,
as the
you have
rule.
to pay all the time. Thought
Date
as the man,
initiator pays for sure.
I thought
That
as the
said, I
man,
don't
you
think you
take
should. I
care
don't.
of your
I
girl.
think that is true. I think you should pay every time if you're the
I'm
date
just joking.
initiator. But no, I know. But then also as a genuine point, yeah. I don't think you should ever 50-50 a bill on a date you initiate. I think that's fucked up.
No, not
Let me take
50-50.
you out, pay for yourself is crazy.
Actually, I'm on
If you
board.
firm handshakes with a 50-50 like up front, that's one thing. But like if you're like, let me take you out on a date and then expect a 50-50, you're a dickhead. You're an idiot for that.
In my previous relationship, we did a just even like every other time. Like, okay, it's date
Which
night,
trade?
I'll pay. If it's date night, next time you
All
pay. It
trade-offs.
was
Yeah.
never a question of who brings something up, who should pay, whatever. It was just like an agreed
Yeah.
upon. It feels good if because then it creates the whole you bring it up, you pay thing creates a thing where now it feels like if you don't like it, you feel let down because like now the person doesn't like it and now you have to pay for it and now you feel like a failure because of blah blah blah. But if I feel like when we're just going to trade off and we're not going to change that vibe, that was okay because then there was no fault. It was like we were always coming up with a place to go together and then we knew who was paying. And that was like a combined effort. It was never like you chose that shit place last time. It was remember that instead of the blame, it was remember that shit place last time. You know what I mean? It always
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of took away the blame type vibe. Anyone doing that, you should do that with your significant other.
Took away the
Just
blame.
saying.
Interesting. That's fascinating.
Well, because you start, it's not essentially blame, but it starts feeling blame whenever it's like, oh, you took me to 3 places I didn't like, and then that starts building up resentment. And it's like, oh, every time you choose a place, it fucking sucks. You know, it's like, it always goes down that like that rabbit hole.
Well,
Or you
Kenji,
just
very
have
true.
someone who pays all the time. They don't care. That's just, they're stuck in like a old school like man pays for everything way, and they're fine with that. And
Oh yeah, wait.
that's
How does
just
that
how
work
it
for the
works.
gays? Yeah, interesting. Man
Well,
pays every
I
time
just
two
said
mans.
I just said how we did it, so I don't know.
But is that? But like, well, yeah, on a personal tip. But is there like a standing rule in the community for that? Is it like the top pays every time, or?
I don't think there's a standing rule. I think
Oh, okay.
we just handle it. You know, I don't think
Oh, okay. I
money
see.
is
I
an
see. I see. I
issue.
see. There isn't like a
Yeah.
generalized pre-expectation. That's like a case by case. Yeah, is it like top tax or what's up? Like, surely the bottom can't be paying. That's crazy.
I think it would probably end up being like whoever brings it up pays in like a date capacity. Now, if you're dating, I think it's different. I think if
No,
you're
like in a relationship.
in
for
a
sure. I'm
relationship,
talking about like you met
different.
somebody on Tinder or
Yeah.
some shit like that,
If you're
Grindr
like,
or whatever.
hey, let's go for drinks or let's go on a date, I expect to like have something paid for. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, right. Yeah, if a girl's like, "Yo, I'm trying to, you want to go out on Thursday or whatever," like, "Ooh, I'm getting wined and dined." That's tight. Conversely, if I'm like, "Damn, baby, let me take you out someplace," then like I assume I'm paying for sure.
I would
It's
actually
just how it
assume the
works.
opposite. If a girl's like, "Hey, you want to go out on a date?" You make her think she's gonna be paying, then you slide it in with the fucking like, "Oh my god,
Oh,
he
I
paid
slide
for
it
it."
in
That's
for sure,
crazy.
but she's paying. That's crazy. Don't
know.
initiate a date that you ain't paying for. That's for sure. Now, granted, that said, I'll just be initiating dates anyway. I'm expecting to initiate every time anyway. So that's like fine. I assume I'm paying just on the sense that I'm initiating every time also. But if you're gonna like toss in a surprise, let me take you out, baby, then I assume that I'm leaving the wallet at home for sure.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that in particular because I like a dynamic. I don't like I don't want one person to hold all the cards, you know?
I don't know what you mean by that.
Well, if it's like you're always choosing where we go and you're gonna pay, or you're always like, I think it starts feeling bad for me personally. It starts feeling bad whenever like I'm not able to also be like, let me take you out. Like, don't get me
Is that what
wrong.
I
I
said?
like
That you just
having.
wait? That's the thing I said.
No, you're saying you want to be the one always initiating, going out on dates and stuff and doing the thing. I'm
No.
saying
Don't want
that's
to.
nice.
Assume I will be.
Yeah, assume you will be. I don't like
Yeah,
the
I don't
assume
want
part.
to.
I
I
don't
love
like
that part.
I don't like the assume part. I don't want to assume. I want to like hit you with something like,
Oh well, that's a
you
gay
know what I
straight
mean?
diff. I think that's
Yeah.
the orientation gap on that one.
Yeah, I don't know. Just feels a bit yeah.
Because I'm dealing with women, you know what I mean, and they're a little diff.
Yeah, well,
Women be assuming they're never paying for shit at any point ever for any reason. So it's
yeah, it depends.
that
There's a lot
was
of
a
people
whole
like
other
that.
situation. Well, that's true. You guys do have bottoms, yeah. God bless. I feel great about that joke. I
No.
feel incredible about that joke. I feel amazing about that joke, actually.
Yeah, that's kind of my vibe with it.
Yeah.
Don't assume that your partner's always gonna like do fucking everything for you. Like, be a person
Well,
in your
true.
relationship.
Well, I know that shit's right. Well, that's like a. I mean, like Death mentioned it too. Like, I'll pay for date shits, but you need to slide in cute gifts and some shit. That is another thing too. Is like if you're, you know, hell yeah, I'll pay for the date shit. Da da da. I'll tell you what drives me nuts when they're like, yeah, of course you're paying for all the dates because you have the privilege of being with me. And like, bitch, we both have the privilege of being with each other. Shut up. That doesn't count.
Oh, if
That's
someone ever said that, that's just grounds for termination.
I
unfortunately.
agree. That's cut from the script. You know what I did? Showed up. Be like, okay, well,
Yeah,
don't
no.
bother.
Well, don't show
Like,
up
psych.
anymore,
See you
actually.
later, you fucking starfish. You pillow princess ass, dead fish ass.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
that's no,
I
no,
don't
no, no.
ever assume someone it's always going to be 50-50, like someone's going to like always find a place to go or whatever, or everyone always has to pay even on or whatever. There are certain cases like, if my birthday's coming up and he paid last time, I not expecting to have to pay for my birthday. You know what I mean? There's different stuff going on. There's different dynamics at play, but also um bringing something to the fucking table.
True.
you
You
know
need to do all the work because I mean, look at me. Nah, girl, look at me leaving and shit. Yeah, that's
Yeah, look at me
truly. Yeah,
packing your
look at
shit up,
me,
stupid
dog.
bitch.
Look at me, motherfucker. You get the privilege of being with me and I'm mostly paying. You better do something. You better. I'm not saying. Plus, I'm not like that dude that's like, yeah, you better suck that dick and do the dishes, like, or whatever fucking dumb chauvinist thing. But, like, you better do something. You gotta do cute shit something.
Suck my dick and
Like,
do the dishes. Imagine, dude. And
yeah,
that's the
those
world we
dudes are
live
a
in. God damn.
problem. Those dudes are a whole other mess. You know, that's like some Charlie Kirk shit. But like, I'm talking about some goddamn. You got to do something cute. Come on, you know what I mean? Like, brother, on some upright down, down, down for real. This is crazy, crazy, crazy.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, make me a grilled cheese for real. Make me a, like rub my back for a minute. Like just be like, hey, you know what? I know you were saying the other day that your sleeves are peeling on your extra deck, so I bought you some cute little fucking black KMCs. They're the gloss kind. I know you like those. I'm like, God damn, thanks, babe. Like anything, like something.
Yeah. Yeah, it's tough because like a lot of like I used to get kind of annoyed because I'd like manage a bunch of people or like manage other managers, and then I would come home and I'd be like, hey, what do you want to have for dinner? And then it's like on a day where I didn't fucking feel like making a decision because I made decisions all day,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
then
yeah,
have
yeah,
to
yeah,
make
yeah.
the decision for dinner. Sometimes it's nice to just defer and be like, I had a stressful day. Can you just pick what the fuck we eat for dinner tonight?
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah.
I
You know
don't want to
what?
have to be the
Yeah.
person in charge all the time because that's just tiring and debilitating.
I'm gonna give the boys the sickest hookup imaginable. I need everybody with a notepad out right now. I'm gonna hook you up with this one right now. This is game, baby. I got you for this. You know what the real shit is? I think we've all had this happen before. This is how you avoid it. Check this out. Instead of being like, "What you want for dinner?" Be like, "You're never gonna guess. You're never gonna guess what we're having for dinner. Go ahead, shot in the dark. It guess." They'll always say the thing they want every time. And you'd be like, yep, that's the one. And then that's what dinner is. And they picked it, but they don't feel like they made a choice. They feel like you made a choice. You just happen to ask them in a way that they feel like they're picking, but but you're picking, but like they made the choice because you asked them what you're never gonna guess is such a fucking move, dude. That shit is peak. Works every time. I'm telling you, dude, that's easy,
until
easy,
they
easy.
until they realize that's what you're doing, and then they start just doing the opposite of that.
That's called laying a trap card in the industry. Hell yeah. Well, no, the alternative is they catch on and they say something they don't want, and they're like, hell yeah. And they're like, oh, I don't want that. Then that's no worse than ever. That's the same thing that was going to happen anyway. So instead of taking the 0, you can take a 50-50. Hell yeah, still better. Game's game, baby. That shit works easy peasy.
Hear me out. Just find people that aren't fucking terrible to deal with. I don't know.
Oh, well, again, that might be a gay straight diff because, like, women, you know what I mean?
Well, again, I will say the pool that you've tasted the waters from, that's a very toxic pool. That's a very lead infested
Yeah.
pool that you're swimming in.
Well, if you can imagine, Mother Nature's got lead. So here we are. Mother Gaia is at least 8% lead, for sure. It'd be like that, man. Although, there's also something to be said about, like, surely you shouldn't paint with a broad brush. Surely generalizations can only lead to negativity on a grander scale. So like obviously I'm doing a hee hee ha ha. However, comma, bitches really can't pick what to eat. So I'm trust me. This
I think people can't pick what to eat because trust me, it doesn't matter if it's a woman or a dude.
I said bitches. I didn't say women. That was a gender neutral term. Ain't nobody can pick what to eat. Ain't nobody.
True. How could I be so
Yeah, it's very chauvinistic of you to assume that I would have
chauvinistic?
meant. That's crazy.
True. Who am I? Who am I?
I was saying capital B bitches, TM, the gender neutral term. Yeah.
And here I was thinking about dogs. You know what I mean? My bad.
Wow, and he's a dog hater? That's crazy. I can't imagine someone taking that seriously.
Well,
there's no way that they'd be like, oh, wow, I guess he really hates dogs.
I mean, someone took the fucking Alex Jones thing seriously, so at this point, who knows?
Well, that's fucking true. I'll lay a brief disclaimer. We are doing the Bit podcast, the Bit, obviously in humor. Bits are something that's like you're doing a little hee hee ha ha meme. It's not for real. Okay. That's crazy. That's why you've never heard us slur. We keep that shit in the DMs. Everything else on the pod, that's memes.
The DMs and the audio chats.
I guess it's worth noting the slurs in question are psycho. Psycho is the slur.
And midget.
Yeah. Because we play Borderlands.
Yeah. And job.
I don't think you can say that one out loud. We just have to call that the J word. You know what I mean?
True.
Yeah, true. But yeah, that's another good point that came up in chat too, is like how good of friends are you with these 18 people if this was like an unexpected turn of events from this person? That's crazy. Like you've known this person long enough that you're like being invited very deliberately to their birthday. They like did a big celebration thing and you don't even know like the vibe for this.
I'm going to be so for real and honest. You'd have to if you put a gun to my head, I couldn't give you 18 people to show up at a birthday event for me. My circle is so small and very pieced together that like I don't have 18 people for that.
18 people I'd want on a birthday event. Let me see if let me run the hoops real quick. Let me see if I can get to 18.
I would want to sit down with at a birthday dinner. I have 8.
I have 8. Not the Facebook special. The MySpace special top 8 right now. Let me think.
Actually, let me think too.
Yeah, let's 18 people that I would want at a birthday party.
Yeah, it is in fact 8 people. It's Raul, his fiance, Eugene, his girlfriend, Brian, his girlfriend or wife. I'm sorry, no disrespect, Brian.
Sure.
Jose in Israel, who's Raul's brother. That's 8 people. That's the 8 people I would invite. And I'm not even that close to their spouses other than Rachel. And they would just obviously be invited because I'm not inviting them without their significant others, obviously. That's 8 people right off bat. 18 people?
Son, that's so true. I'm trying to think. 18 people off dome. Let me think. 18 people that I would invite to a birthday get together. I'm gonna do friends only. I'm gonna do friends only. I'm not gonna do family because that seems like it's like not in the spirit of the game. So we're gonna assume that like mom, dad, grandpa not on the list because that's like this is a friends only gathering. Friends birthday celebration moment. Friends only celebration moment. I'm definitely inviting Skate. I'm definitely inviting you. I would invite Mario.
Oh yeah, but like, what about friends who are in your area right now that are like coming tonight? Those are all friends that are like local friends. Like I'm not. I can invite you to a birthday thing, but like, can you fly down tonight to come to the birthday thing? You know.
Damn, imagine like throwing a birthday party and giving me a day's warning SMH.
If I opened it up to like
yeah. Oh, I see.
Local friends, sure, I could hit 10 easy. I did
Local only, local only,
30,
local
40
only.
easy, but like,
Yeah, I was gonna say
yeah, like local
local
friends.
only. Yeah, no, def not.
Yeah, no, I'm not hitting 18 local
Well,
friends
actually, that I would invite or that would show up.
that are local there now that you would invite because you want their like company
Yeah,
now
yeah,
today.
yeah, 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 yeah. I get 18.
Now, how many of those people are showing up because you've talked to them
Like
continuously?
7.
So again, we're at the 8 situation where we have 10 slots
But
just aren't
like
getting
I think
filled.
I could if I was gonna like if I was like, yo boys, I'm throwing this thing, like I'm paying swing through type shit. Babies don't count. Cause I assume they get like a sitter and I don't wanna like that's like easy for me. Kevin girlfriend. I could get to like 30 or 35 for sure. That actually show up, that's hard to say. It depends how much notice I gave them, you know what I mean?
I know
Like if
Brian's probably not showing up, but
like if I hit him up
the
a week early and
squad,
let him like figure it out, I'd get like 30 or
I
35.
6 on a good day. If Jose is not feeling good because of his dialysis, is probably not showing up. And then Brian is elusive. He's like he got married and now has like disappeared off the face of the earth. So
Sure.
maybe he would come up, maybe he wouldn't. But like a good solid. These are people I speak with semi regularly. I wouldn't invite anyone else. Those people just don't matter to me. Like I'm not inviting like Joe Schmo from high school I haven't talked to in like 4 years. Like, why do I want you at my birthday? Like, that's weird.
That's funny.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
not
there's
happening.
like I have a bunch of like Yu-Gi-Oh homies that I would invite for sure. Like I don't keep up with them like that, but like we definitely have those relationships where like if I show up, I'm like, yo, what's up? I'm alive again. They'd be like, oh fuck, and like it'd be like we just pick up same spot for sure.
Yeah, these people to me are like people that I'm constantly in contact with. Like,
Nice, yes, yes, yes.
like I'm going to Friendsgiving with next month or the month after next.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah, yeah,
type
yeah, yeah,
shit.
yeah. If it's people I'm constantly in contact with, there's like 3 people on the planet Earth. That's a real narrow
Now,
net.
like I said, if we opened it up to like more than just local friends, then I could easily hit 30, 40, no problem. You know what I mean? That I would like want and continuously speak with on a daily basis. Yes, I have a lot of people I would invite.
Does Facebook still show you how many mutual friends you have with somebody?
Yes. Yeah, Death would be
That
invited to the
does.
function. Air, we got
Oh, for sure.
um we got all the homies really.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Ralph's pulling up.
I can think of I don't know if I want to say this actually.
Wait, what?
Uh, I can think of a lot of people I would invite. I can think of some people I would not invite. from
Dang.
from circles. I can think of some people I wouldn't invite. But
That's crazy.
definitely like yeah, Death's there, you're there, Skate's there. You know, like the homies for sure. Like the
Yeah.
normal squad. I can think of some individuals that maybe would not get the envelope. You know what I mean?
It would just end up being me and you throwing a party together and inviting literally
Yeah.
just our intermingled fucking community anyway.
I'll tell
You
you
know
who
what I mean?
I'll tell you what would not happen. I can think of a lot of individuals. I can think of a lot of individuals who, if they rolled up on me Relina style with an invite, that's a I'll kill you for sure. I can think of a couple. But like to be clear, if you're listening to this right now, you're probably not who I'm talking about. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's
I
not
don't
like
have
that.
very many people I wouldn't do that to. There's a couple of people who have stalked me in the past that I probably hit a hard pass on that for real, no problem.
Not that I'ma sneak in like a ninja. That fucking
Uh,
I want to be ninja. It's so fucking.
I know who I'm not inviting. Logan, you stupid pussy ass
Yeah, fuck you,
bitch.
Logan, idiot ass
Stupid
motherfucker,
ass
dumb
bitch ass
bitch, baby ass, bitch ass,
motherfucker.
stupid ass. Fuck you,
Fucking
Logan.
dog with no family ass
True. You know
bitch.
who's not invited? Fucking Randy Pitchford and his dog wife. They can't show up.
I would want Randy to show up and do magic at the function. I think that'd be tight.
Oh, as like entertainment, not as a guest though. He doesn't get a plate, but he can perform, I guess.
I'd give him a plate. I'd be like, "What's up, Randy? Now, what about that Borderlands 4 community invite, bro?"
And you'd be like, "Hey, do you want to be a content creator?" I'd be like, "I don't know. Are you gonna give me a CPU and a GPU for it, you idiot?" Fucking, because I got new ones and this shit still don't work. Like, help me
So
out, bitch.
real and valid, honestly.
You mean as a clown? Yeah, Kenji, yeah, for real, for real, for real, for real, for real. God bless. I was watching someone yesterday who was trying to play Borderlands, and they were having those same problems where it was like tanking OBS and they're like shit wasn't working. They were on a 5090. I forget the CPU. They said it was an AMD thing, but like they just straight up just could not play. I was like, oh my god. They ended up ending stream.
Yesterday?
Yeah, they like couldn't get it to work.
That's probably the update thing. Yeah, once you delete the shaders, it definitely just works, which is very funny. They should have just posted that.
Linux.
Very funny.
That's a good meme. I like that meme.
I did do a quick Google search because Junk was talking about getting Genshin to work in Linux or something.
Yeah.
Genshin or like ZZZ to work. And man, let me tell you, a lot of people having trouble with those games in Linux. Here's my thing, bro. Just download Windows. Work a lot better. Just one exe, bam, you're in. What the fuck's going on?
You can always do that thing where you have like Linux and Windows on like partitions or whatever, and then that whole swapping thing. But I could never be fucking bothered.
Does this also just exhaust you? People who are big Linux heads and don't mean to offend anyone.
It does bother me.
When they're like, you could just play this on Linux, and then you go, how hard is it to play on Linux? Well, you have to do this and go to INI file and change this thing and download this thing. And mind you, you're doing this all on control command prompt. Because,
you like type the yeah.
You have to fucking spend hours getting this thing to work, and then if it works, God forbid if it gets patched or updated, you have to do all of that over again. And then God forbid if Wine works ever. And then if Wine works, you have to download the anime game launcher to play ZZZ or something. And it's like, what the fuck's an anime game launcher? Can I just play the fucking game, please? You know what I mean?
You see, Death, it was made for cell phones and PCs. It was not made for Linux. Ergo, Linux is like, yo, I'm dying.
Nothing also made for Linux because nothing fucking works on Linux.
I don't download
Ubuntu with a wine layer and it'll work. Like, okay, dude, no, I'm good.
SMH.
Download Windows. It just works.
You could have said, "Are you exhausted by Linux users?" And I'd say yes.
Because here's my thing too. People who are like, why are you even on Windows anyway? I'm like, what's the reason why you're not on Linux or why you're on Linux? It's like, well, it's safer and they don't sell your data. I'm like, so how many other? I always do this to everybody. I'm like, so what social media do you have? And they list Facebook, Instagram,
Twitter,
blah, blah.
TikTok.
I'm like, oh, interesting. So that company that just got slashed or it just got hit by the FDA or whatever for selling user data, you're worried about your shit being stolen and being used or being sold, and you're literally using a company that does the same thing that you're worried about Windows doing. Guess what? If you've been on the internet since you were like a kid or whatever, your shit's sold. You're done. You're out. You're out there.
Mm-hmm.
Stop worrying about that shit. Just use Windows. Play games. Hey, bam. There you go.
Well, that's fucking true. You're so right.
Mostly all games that use a like a de novo or any type of anti-cheat is unplayable on Linux because they can't get around it.
I licked my advisor dead in his shit and laughed. It's so funny.
I don't think it's all live service.
I remember in college they tried to make me take Linux for business class, and I looked at my advisor dead in his shit and laughed. Is the funniest comment I've ever seen.
That's funny.
Yeah,
I would too.
Bro, Linux is such a fucking goofy ass nightmare.
And I don't mean to like dunk on Linux people. I think it's tight
I
that
do.
there's
I
an
do mean to.
option,
I am dunking.
but that option just seems like a fucking headache. And why even bother?
Yes. Correct. I am dunking. Again, it's your boy. It's your
Because
boy Duncan.
for Christmas one year, I got a Raspberry Pi, and that notoriously runs off of like a fork of like Linux or
I
whatever.
thought you meant the food.
No, because I'm fat. I know it's crazy. But it's a
No,
mini
because it's
computer.
delicious.
It's a mini computer about like this big, I guess, like kind of like that big.
If you
It's
could.
like a board.
Ah, okay.
And so you can do cool stuff like run like Minecraft servers off of it and stuff, but it's based on Linux. You have to load a Linux ISO on it. And so the thing that could have taken me 5 seconds to do on PC took like multiple pages to pull up to like figure out how to run this thing on this fork of this Linux thing I was using. It's like fucking,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
And they
In
call
the
themselves
neck.
super users, so they feel good about it.
In the neck, you know what I mean?
Yo, Cyber Welcome, what's up, homie? How you doing, brother? Yeah, I just like no matter what headache Windows is, the solution to avoiding the headache of Windows is not to accept a larger headache.
Yeah.
That's not. If I was like, damn, I'm tired of carrying a boulder, I need a different life circumstance. The improvement would not be 2 boulders.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
crazy. Like, I'm out here already Sisyphus. I don't need to be Sisyphus on roller skates. This is bullshit. You know what I mean? What the fuck are we doing?
Yeah, true.
I assume everyone knows Sisyphus. Oh, he was cursed to roll a boulder up a hill for eternity. Yeah.
Too long, didn't read, you know what I mean?
What? Too long. It did not read. Just the name Sisyphus it's a shitty name to be
Too
clear.
much.
It's not a good name. R. Kelly knows about piss. I know that's right.
Yeah. Yeah, there was one article where it was like, yeah, we got Genshin running on Anime Launcher, and after this update, it's crazy. It just doesn't work. And then it's like multiple weeks worth of posts to figure out how to play it.
God, that sucks.
I'm like, that's what you have to do every time there's a patch, brother? No.
It patches every like 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. It's just like,
so shit.
How is that a better option? I don't,
brother.
And people think like wine fixes everything. It's just a compatibility layer. It doesn't mean anything's gonna actually work.
Correct.
So if it doesn't work, then you have to fuck with wine, fuck with your whatever distro you're working with, and like come up with some, you know what I mean? It's just like, fuck, dude. Like,
yeah,
just download
Why
the
hear
exe.
you?
Just Windows, brother.
It's open source. You boys ever look at the forums? I don't want these fuckers right near my PC. God, I know that's right, dude. There is
Stuff.
Pick most forums. I don't want any of those fuckers near anything about mine. Get them out of here. Yu-Gi-Oh, Dragon Ball Z, fucking open source software, general Reddit. You pick a topic that has a forum. I don't even want to associate with 99% of them motherfuckers for real. Ain't no way. And I feel real for that. I feel valid for that shit.
Actually, I won't say Reddits because I've gotten a lot of fixes from Reddits that like actually work. Like very well.
How many Redditors do you want to associate with?
I don't want to associate with any of them. Don't get me wrong. I'm not adding them. You know what I mean? I don't follow many Reddits. I just Google search, and when the Reddits come up, I'm like, there will be an answer here. You know what I mean?
Well, that's true. You're not wrong
am
about
I
that.
following, iBay Leaf? Am I following Out of Control? Am I following a Livid Diet? No, I'm not following any of these fucking people.
Livid Diet is a crazy name.
Livid Diet. Yes.
I love that name. It's a crazy name. I got the refresh button on thing. Oh god. Yeah, people be out here goofy as hell. Oh my god, do you remember a moment ago Not that on this very pod, I said I was looking at one that was, would I be the asshole if I did not go, if I would I be the asshole if um something about their friend's wedding, their husband's
Yeah.
friend's wedding. New 14 minutes ago, new post. Would I be the asshole if I didn't go with my husband to his friend's wedding? I see they had a conversation about it. I see the husband's going. Fuck. Not the entire us update thread. That's crazy.
That's kind of insane.
Oh no. Fuck, man.
You know, half of my
Imagine.
problem with people is like, instead of typing up an "Am I the asshole" thread about a problem you're having with a person in your life, why don't you just fucking talk to the person and figure it out? Why do we need a bunch of strangers helping us out with this?
I know, I kind of
I'm
get
just
that.
I'm just a fucking guy who just wants to get things taken care of. Like, if there's beef, let's squash it
Sure.
instantly.
Well, the
You
thing
know what I mean?
is, they're hoping to get a bunch of posts that show that they're not an asshole to then take to
Well,
that
yeah.
other person as evidence. And like, see, everyone agrees with me. I'm not an
Look,
asshole,
this
idiot.
subreddit said I wasn't an asshole. Like,
Yeah.
okay, dude.
So it's actually like a dossier thing. It's like a evidence, like an evidence collection bin.
Yeah.
Not that I agree with that,
guess.
but it's what it is.
I guess.
Unless you're a weird bitch and you're like, this happened 2 years ago, in which case, quit posting here.
Yeah, or you're a
Those people are- I don't
crocheter
know
in
what
a
that
pizza
is.
restaurant. Like, what are we doing?
Holy shit, dude. I actually thought about that every day after until now. That has been haunting my brain.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, don't knit from a skein, you fuck. That's crazy. Also, don't say skein. Just get a
Don't say
ball of
skein.
yarn.
Yeah. First of all, cut. Let's just not say skein to begin with, but okay.
Just get a ball of fucking yarn. Whoa, this one's... Yeah, I just saw the out of control one. This is tough. Am I the asshole for telling my family I will not take care of our puppy anymore?
That,
Brother.
I would like to do that. That one.
That's crazy. This one has got to be insane. Otherwise, this person's just a true monster. Okay. Am I the asshole for telling my family I will not take care of our puppy anymore? Okay. I recently moved back home with my parents and sister, 24. The OP is 24. Towards a certain direction. Yeah, Junk, context has got to be wild. I recently moved back home with my parents and sister. I'm 24. I lived abroad for for 5 years before that. My parents and sister have always wanted a puppy, and it became almost a silent agreement that when I moved back, we would get one. I have never said I wanted one. I love animals, but maybe too much. Oh, I don't... Wait. I'm uncomfortable. I've never said I wanted one. I love animals, but maybe too much. I hope this doesn't go in a Vaporeon direction. Yeah, Death, you and I both had the same concern immediately.
No, it's not going that way.
I literally cried for 3 weeks when my hamster died. We had it for 2 months, cancer. I refused to have another pet until 7 years later when we got a rabbit and spent his last 2 weeks monitoring him overnight without sleeping. I went insane when he passed. Okay. Back to the puppy. They spent all summer visiting and bringing the dog home from the shelter and video calling me when they did. They assured me it was a perfect puppy, didn't bark, didn't make a mess, told them I wasn't sure. I am depressed, you would have to be, and have sensory issues, ADHD, and OCD. It's been really bad these past 2 years, and they know it. I told them I don't think I can love anyone, including an animal right now, and I was scared to go through with it because I'd feel guilty if I didn't love them. They said a dog would fix everything for me since I love animals so much. Well, okay, I don't agree with that, but when they got the dog, they got the dog only 2 days after I moved back home. It's been 4 weeks and I'm so overwhelmed I cry every day. Wow, what a pussy. I haven't unpacked any of the 15 boxes from the move because he keeps chewing my stuff. I have a panic attack almost daily because of the sound, smells, and things around the house that he has destroyed. He bites me too. We have money problems. I have to spend so much because of my chronic health conditions. as they love to remind me, but we were spending so much on the dog for fancy stuff, comma, literally to show my parents as friends. My parents and sister work and leave the house around 7:30, come back around 6 to 7 p.m. I'm I'm with him all day. I do everything quote right. 5 or 6 walks, training, cook him homemade. 5 or 6 walks seems like a lot, no?
Well,
6
she has
walks a
OCD.
day? Oh, well, I guess that's true. Cook him homemade food, cuddles, brushing, and complete checkout when they get home. I go to my room and I eat there, which I hate because he climbs on the table. They keep telling me I'm a bad person. I made a commitment. I just want to rest in my own house. I hate this. I'm going to get a job and pay someone to dog sit during the day. I know my triggers are my responsibility, but I need to feel safe inside my house too. Am I the asshole?
It's not your house.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not
You're.
really your house.
It's not your house, and your problems are not their problems. Man,
I like this first comment. Yeah, move back out, champ. That's really funny.
the family made a family decision she didn't like. She also sounds more autistic than ADHD OCD, but okay, everything bothers her. The smells, the sound. Like, what are we doing? What? You got a hamster and a rabbit. Those smell worse than dogs. Am I wrong for that? What dog do we
What?
have that smells bad? Dogs don't
Oh,
smell
I
unless they're
agree.
like wet.
Well, yeah, or like generally untaken care of, yeah.
Yeah. So like, what are we doing? What are we saying? And honestly, it just seems like this person doesn't know how to deal with grief, and her family has not taught her how to deal with grief. And she needs a therapist, is what needs to go happen right now.
I don't think it's a grief thing. I think it's because like they are mentioning that the animals died. However, comma, it seems like it's specifically an animal thing in particular.
Well, yeah, her animals died, and she like couldn't get over them. The rabbit died, and she spent 7 years without getting another animal because she couldn't like deal
Yeah,
with
right. Yeah, yeah.
the
But I'm saying
loss.
like grandpa might have died and she didn't give a shit. You know what I mean? Like it might just be an animal specific issue more than like a grief issue generally.
Well, usually if you're having trouble with animals passing, family members are even worse. It's just a passing thing in general, like something dying. That's a trigger. You know what I mean?
Fluffy little guys. That's so true.
God, she seems fucking terrible to be around. I'll say that.
So this person has ADHD, OCD, chronic health conditions, but also bounced out of the country to vibe check just like for 5 years, like just chilling. Hmm, that's tight. And now they're back home. Uh, with
Yeah, how is she
15
okay to
boxes worth of stuff.
live abroad for 15 or 5 years? How did she
With
handle that?
15 boxes worth of things. I'm gonna say something crazy. Bitch got a divorce.
Maybe.
Sounds like a relationship ended and now they have nothing and nowhere to go. Because 15 boxes is like a house's worth of stuff. And it sounds like she was not vibing just on her own abroad for 5 years. Someone was assisting with that. You know what I
Just a
mean?
comment of, I want to rest in my own house. I hate this. I'm going to get a job to pay for someone to get a dog sit during the day. Hey, how about you get a job and you move the fuck out because it's not your house? It's your family's house that you just showed up apparently after 5 years not being there. They seem
Right.
fine.
Correct.
And if you don't have a job, yeah, you're going to take care of the family animal because what else are you going to do? I'm sure they're not charging her rent because she doesn't have a fucking job. So the least you can do is fucking take care of a dog if that's too much. If taking care of an animal is too much for you emotionally, see therapists, get help. You have more than chronic issues is I have panic attacks almost daily because of the sounds, smells, and things around the house.
Yeah, that he has destroyed with chewing and so on.
So we're just keeping destroyed things inside the house, but also her family buys luxury things to make people think they are living the life of luxury or whatever. So which one is it? Do you live in squalor or do you live in a high end expensive things in house place? Like which what are we doing?
Mhm.
You live in a box or not? You know what I mean? Fanfic.
You think fanfic? You think this didn't happen?
Um
We're tossing this in the didn't happen pile?
YTA, get a job and move out. It's not your house. I say that with my fucking chest.
I will say the comments are kind of a split decision. A lot of not the asshole. And everyone sucks here. This guy that said, yeah, move back out, champ, didn't really, I assume the yeah is a yeah, parentheses, you're the asshole. So there's a bit of a mixed room. Kind of weird. Um,
Yeah, I mean, if someone who just moved back into my house told me I couldn't get a dog, I don't know. Feels weird. Feels like there's a lot to the story we don't know. Like, why are you moving back? Did they want you to move back? Are they begrudgingly taking you back? Was the idea that you were coming back and you were going to take care of things around the house while they are working and making money so you can live there? You know what I mean? What's the angle here?
oh no. That's interesting. They have 495 post karma, 3076 comment karma. But if I go to their profile,
It's all hidden.
it says, yeah, they have no posts, no comments. They've never like done anything.
Their shit's hidden. That's why.
Fascinating. It does also have an NSFW badge. They're a spicy creator.
Sure.
Spooky.
Yeah. Reddit aged 6 months though, so yeah, probably farming in the old OnlyFans subreddit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This is goofy.
I don't want to sound like I don't care about people that are having issues or whatever. I'm just like, can we stop wearing them like badges? You know, like, man, it's not the boys and Girl Scouts of how many issues do we have. You know what I mean? Ugh.
Yeah, this is tough. OP has definitely commented a few times down below. A lot of, yeah, I gotta move out. Money is tight right now, sadly type shit. Well, it's gonna be tighter if you hire a dog carer for 10 hours a day in-house.
Well, specifically, she said she wants to get a job to specifically pay for a dog sitter. Why
Yeah.
don't you just get a job? The more time you're not at home, you don't have to deal with the dog.
So true. So true.
Or just tell the family you're not going to take care of it. And then if they want to remove you from the house because you're not doing anything, you know, I don't know. It's tough.
Yeah, this is tough. Also, surely this isn't like a judgment with an E thing where it turns out it's European or whatever. They spelled paid, P-A-Y-E-D, so I assume they're dumb. Not P-A-I-D, like a normal person would spell paid. They like type payed. That can't be right in any country, right? That's gotta be just universally wrong.
And I mean, like the wording of the post too.
Yeah.
Am I the asshole for telling my family I will not take care of our puppy? It's not our puppy, it's their puppy. Say
Correct.
that. If you say, am I an asshole for not taking care of our puppy? If you're taking co-ownership of the puppy, then yeah, you're an asshole for not taking care of your puppy. if you're not taking co-ownership of it, you don't say our, you say their, because it's theirs, not yours.
I want to move out eventually, but I have a chronic health condition, and finding a job that pays enough for me to move out in a very expensive city versus getting just enough for a dog sitter is way diff. Hey man, new city. That's easy.
New city,
Move.
new therapist, do
Like
something.
if you couldn't handle being away from your family, that'd be one thing that would be like a hurdle, I guess, blah blah whatever. That's I'm not gonna comment on that, but like bitch just said she was in a different country for 5 years, so being away from family's fine, right? Cheaper city then. We analyzed it. That's easy. We did it. Like moved to Nebraska,
Yeah.
bitch. Like what are we doing? This is crazy.
The so it makes me wonder, for the last 5 years, you didn't have these debilitating mental health issues. What's going on?
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
kind of goofy time. This is kind of silly, goofy,
Yeah.
silly.
Yeah. I don't know, man. That's tough. I'll probably get wrecked in my karma for that post,
I'll get wrecked in my karma. Is so funny.
but I feel like that's
That's crazy.
yeah. I hit her with the "you're the asshole" kinda. Like, you're kind of the asshole here. Yeah. Just don't take care of the dog or move out. Why are we posting on Reddit? You know.
I'm just gonna hit him with the cold water on that one. I'm gonna hit him with the cold water in those comments.
Am I the asshole for treating people like dogs?
Is that really one?
Yeah, that is one.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, it is. Okay, yeah, let's keep the dog train rolling. This is crazy. Am I the asshole for treating people like dogs from user Anek? Aneki?
Aneki?
Aneki? Aneke?
Aneki.
Aneke? Aiki?
Aneki.
Gataira?
Oh.
My girlfriend is suddenly obsessed with age. Oh no. That's
What?
we'll worry about that later. Anyway, so all right. When I was little, I was told to stop a dog from barking for attention. You have to ignore them. So I do this with people.
Jesus Christ.
So I do this with people. I had a particularly shouty boyfriend when I was a teenager, and I just learned if I completely ignored him when he was shouting, he learned that it wasn't going to work. If he wanted a response, he'd have to talk calmly. Is is this my ex? Is this my ex trying to dog train people? Oh no. We broke up eventually, but me and the guy I'm seeing, although probably won't be soon, got into an argument. As soon as he started to raise his voice, I stopped responding. It's kind of innate now. Anyway, he said I can't train people like dogs and that it's manipulative. Shouting is a natural part of arguing. Honestly, it's not just partners. Even in school, I'd never get into a shouting match with anyone. Okay, couple of things. Shouting is not a natural part of arguing for healthy individuals, probably 85 or more percent of the time. You definitely two people can raise their voices and still be having a thing that isn't necessarily toxic, but like uh generally speaking, not shouting is good and normal and preferable, and that's fine. So he's wrong to say that. That's crazy. However, definitely dog training humans is for sure manipulation and weird. Don't dog train people. That's crazy. How do we feel about this user Enike who is attempting to silent treatment people into acting a particular way?
Shouting isn't, I think, a normal way of arguing, but
That's funny.
being emotional and shouting sometimes, that's not like bad. Like, shouting isn't always negative if, like, it's not obviously there's a difference.
If someone raises a voice at me out of
But
like not in like a to call me a thing, be like, huh? Type shit. I'm like, okay, that's fair. That's real. You're real for that. Like, you know what I mean?
yeah, I don't. That's tough. What?
Like an excited, elevated volume is like not. That's fine.
Am I
If
the
someone's
asshole
like,
for
"You
treating?
stupid fucking bitch," blah blah blah, like obviously that shit sucks.
Am I the asshole for treating people like dogs? Yes. Yes, you are.
Yeah, correct. Also, did you
Yeah.
catch? I don't know if you noticed in this. As soon as he started to raise his voice, I stopped responding. It's kind of innate now. This bitch be treating people like dogs, but she Pavloved herself. She's the dog. She has conditioned herself to not be
Yeah.
able to speak when there are people shouting.
Well,
That's
she's
bro.
weaponizing silence, and she's an asshole for that.
She, she Pavloved herself, this goofy bitch. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh god. Yeah, you probably should not train humans. That's reasonable. That's the answer. Is don't train humans. Also, doesn't it feel so very like Mark Zuckerberg that we have to explain this to
Yeah.
any human on Earth?
Well, I
It
know
feels
that's right.
odd to have to be like, "Excuse me, human on Earth. Let me tell you that you shouldn't train people." That seems problematic.
Yeah, that's
I
yeah,
don't,
asshole. That's the easiest asshole of my life. If you could imagine.
yeah,
And I've seen quite a bit of assholes. I've seen a couple.
yeah, it's tough.
Yeah, it's out there.
I mean, if you don't want to be shouted at, that's your business. That's so acceptable. That's so fine. You're so real for that queen. However, comma, not the rest of this.
No.
Pavlov likely thought about feeding his dog whenever he heard a bell. That's probably true. That is probably true, actually. That's very funny. uh, I love that someone just replied to this. This whole comment is, "You're an idiot." It's
Yeah,
not you're the. That's not a you're the asshole. You're an idiot. That's very
that's
funny.
fair. I would agree. I would tend to agree.
Uh,
A lot of these people, again, their issues are of their own making. She has made an issue which shouldn't be an issue.
that's crazy, crazy, crazy. Again, if you don't want to be in a relationship with someone that raises their voice at you, that's so
Tight.
fine. Plenty of
Yeah.
people won't do that. Like I said, 90%, 85, 90, 95% of arguments will not involve shouting in a healthy situation.
I
Will
imagine though.
sometimes someone raise their voice just in like an energetic moment? Yeah, probably. Probably. But like most arguing will not include that. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Sorry.
No, you're
Something
good. What's up?
came through. No. Continue.
Oh, yeah. I was saying, like, should you expect that any relationship should end if you ever get like someone raising their like voice volume even one time? Probably not. That's crazy. But you should. It's fine to accept to not be yelled at. That's all good. Yeah. Don't. No one wants to be like shouted at. Of course. Of course. So valid. However, comma, that doesn't change the fact that you also can't just like you can't just ignore someone who is acting a way you don't like until they stop because that's how they did it back at the kennel. That's
Yeah.
that's not life. No, you could say, "Hey, how about you lower your fucking tone when you're talking to me?" You can say that. You can say, "How about don't ever shout at me again? How about we'll continue this conversation when you're not shouting?" You can say that. But not just not say. You can't just be silent. That's crazy. Kind of think fanfic. I don't think it's fanfic. I think they're just stupid. Could be fanfic though. Could be. I think they're just kind of dumb.
Yeah, I agree with the dumb part. Very tough. Very tough. Very dumb.
That's crazy, 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 crazy. Let's see. We probably have time for one more. I think we can squeeze
Yeah,
one
yeah,
more
we
in
can do
here.
one more.
Let's find one in here. This one's kind of vague. Am I the asshole? Question mark. Roommate problems. Okay, okay. Am I the asshole for canceling my child's funds for an overseas school trip?
Oh, that sounds diabolical. What the fuck?
That sounds awful.
I want to say yes immediately. What the fuck?
It. Wait, I'm even more confused. Am I the asshole for canceling my child's funds for an overseas school trip? Question mark. Hello, I, female 19. I mentally, I
Writing
had to
this,
I
writing
had to
this
stop
for
for a
my
minute to
mom.
collect my thoughts before I even continue.
This
Oh,
is a
and
fan
writing this for
fiction.
my mom since she is not that familiar with this space. My sibling, non-binary 18.
Next. No. Writing. Why does your mom need to come to Am I the Asshole? By the way, she doesn't know how to use Reddit, so I'm writing for her. Okay, Wattpad fanfic ass bitch.
It sounds
Get
like
out of
she
here.
doesn't know this even exists. First of all, she doesn't know how to use
Yeah.
Reddit.
Yeah, no thank you.
Am I the asshole for wanting to move out with my partner? That's
Oh, interesting.
That's an odd question. I would imagine not.
Yeah, I'd imagine not.
I, 33 female, am currently living with my partner, Sam, 30 female, and her brother, Taz, 38 male. Sam and Taz are crazy made up names. That's
Yeah.
insane. I made the decision to move in with them half a year ago when my lease ended because although Sam and I would have wanted to move in together ASAP, she was tied up due to a lease with Taz that would end at the end of the year. Okay. Taz was happy with the living arrangement since my moving in helped out with the rent, and he and I do not have a bad relationship. At the end of the as the end of the lease, I'll try again. As the end of the lease approached, Sam
I believe
told
in you.
Taz in August that she and I were thinking of moving out when the lease ended. We then had another talk all together to discuss timeline. He had concerns about expenditure, and we all came to a conclusion that March 2026 would make a realistic date for moving out. So we effectively gave him notice 7 months in advance. Now, yesterday, when Sam and I were accused of being. I wonder what happened. Interesting. So, out of the blue, yesterday was when Sam and I were accused of being assholes. Hard stop, period. Taz asked Sam to chat, and he talked to her about how he felt he was ambushed by us, and March 2026 was no longer doable. He said that she did not respect him as a brother, and 7 months is not enough time for him to find another living arrangement. I see. He also said that he thought she and I were moving too quickly. We've been in a committed relationship for a year, living together practically every day since day one, got along incredibly well. He said that if I wanted more space, he assumed that was why we wanted to move out, as opposed to the truth, which was just wanted to move forward with our relationship. I could have moved out on my own and Sam could just stay with me while keeping the lease with him also. That's insane. Sam does not want to live. Oh, yeah. Sam does not want to live with him anymore. So why should she pay $2,000 per month just to keep him happy while basically just living with me? I never complained about space. I just want to live with my partner and start our private lives as a couple together. Last but not least, he threatened his relationship with Sam, saying if we insist on moving out in March, his relationship with Sam would be damaged. I'm really cross with him, and I suspect that I may be in the right in this matter, but also want to make sure I have some sense of objectivity before I try to talk with him. Sam values her relationship with him a lot, and so do I. He said he had talked to his friends, and he felt very validated by their support, saying Sam and I are assholes for wanting to move out. I'm very confused, Reddit. So, are we assholes for wanting to move out after giving him a 7 months notice about our intention? Is it too soon to want to move out and live together after dating for only a year? Hmm.
Sounds
So,
like he doesn't want to live on his own.
it sounds like he can't afford to live on his own.
Yeah.
Yeah, homie don't have the paper like that. Uh,
They probably take care of stuff around the house, so he'd have to do everything himself, blah, blah, blah.
7 months seems like a pretty long time.
7
7 months is like a
months.
pretty good chunk of time to have a notice of a thing. Cause like even like you can cancel a
Oh,
lease
yeah.
on 30 days notice.
Depending on the country, I guess. But yeah,
Yeah.
assuming
You'd
they're
be
in the
like,
US.
yeah. So
That's tough.
yeah, 7 months. I would imagine the majority of individuals could figure out a situation in that amount of time. That's plenty of time. Even if you wanted to like keep the place you're in now, that's plenty of time to look for new roommates to come in. Plenty of
Yeah.
time to, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
7 months is a pretty healthy chunk of change.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that statement.
And I could see a universe, where based on availability, maybe you say like, "Hey, I'm going to look for roommates to take your guys' place, and I'm not going to like ask people who are only available in March. So like I'm going to have if someone bites and they want to live here and be roommates, you guys are just going to have a roommate starting in October. It's the 4 of us now, and then when you leave it's back down to 2." And that's how this is going to have to get covered financially. I presume they'd just be like, "Okay, cool, we'll bite that bullet for 5 or 6 months."
Yeah, I kind of agree.
So, like, that seems like a pretty easy peasy solution. And if this guy's like bitching, crying, whining about it, I don't know what his problem is, but yeah, it seems like not the asshole. Seems like move out with your little lesbo girlfriend and have a great little lesbian lifetime. Sounds great. I say just be a happy little cutie
Not
couple.
the asshole.
Yeah, just be a happy little
Easiest cut and
couple doing
dry.
your shit. Yeah, we just
Yeah.
had a crazy clear cut asshole and a crazy clear cut not asshole back to back. Love that.
Yeah. Very easy, very just bing bang bosh. Get out of there, dude.
I love the ones that just like a cute little bow on the box, bang bang, it's a gift, it's done, wrapped, easy.
Fucking wrapped.
What is AFL?
I have no clue.
AFL. Am I the
Where
asshole for wanting to end a 3-year relationship after just finding out she was lying the entire time? Australian Football League? Oh, maybe. Girlfriend and I started talking mid 2022, met IRL November 2022. She told me she had no past and wasn't seeing anyone. A year later, confessed to a one-night stand on AFL Grand Final Day.
Australian Football League Grand Finals?
Is that a thing? Does that exist? On September 2022, while we were already talking. We've been together 3 years, planning marriage, but now I'm questioning everything because she lied. Am I the asshole for wanting to end it?
Yeah, the grand final in the VFL/AFL.
Oh. So they started talking mid 2022. I have to assume that means like June, July?
Australian rules football.
They met IRL November 2022. So they were like long distance type shit for a couple of months. We're going to assume like somewhere between August, July through November. So in that time where they were talking, she had a one night stand one time 3 years ago. And now homie's like, I don't want to marry this bitch because she had sex with some dude over football or whatever. I don't know why the AFL Grand Final thing even matters in the story, but
While we were talking, is talking dating? I always thought the talking stage was, yeah, we're talking,
that's like a
but
pre-dating
like
thing.
I can do whatever I want in the pre-dating stage because we're still pre-dating, right?
Right. Yeah. Talking is not dating for sure.
So yeah, he's stupid and an asshole and doesn't know how relationships work.
I mean, like if it was like, even if they said like, hey, let's not see anybody, like let's be a little exclusive, but we're not a couple or whatever, it's situationship type shit. Like, does getting cheated on suck? Yeah, it does.
If he got cheated on, yes, I would understand. He didn't get cheated on.
Yeah. Well,
They
no,
weren't.
that's what I'm saying. Like, even
Yeah.
in the situation where they agreed to be exclusive, and then this happened.
Then she cheated, and then I'd be like, sure,
If
don't
that
end it.
happened, I would still be like, maybe just eat that one. It's been a fun and happy 3 years. It sounds like otherwise. You're planning marriage. Past is the past. You're not gonna change it. Seems like she's not gonna do it going forward.
Now, if they cheat
It
on you
was
once, they'll
before you
cheat on
guys
you
met
again.
IRL. I'd say let that one rock.
Yeah.
If it was like
Cheat.
a week ago, fuck that.
You
3
cheat
years
once,
ago?
you will cheat again, baby. Cheaters will cheat.
3 years is a long time.
No. You will forgive anybody. There's things that
You
are
will
unforgivable.
forgive anybody.
Yeah. If
Yeah,
you
I don't think
steal from me, if you cheat on me, those are just instant get out. But she didn't cheat because they were only talking. And so that's are you going to be mad at her for having sex before she got in a relationship with you because she had sex before you? Then
This
why
is
would you
3
be mad
minutes
about
ago.
this?
I wonder. Ayo, can you define while we were already talking there, champ? Like confirmed hard relationship? Or do we mean like he ha ha type shit? Like what up? True, that does affect. This affects that judgment greatly.
Yeah. That's talking is
Yeah, talking is like, oh yeah, I'd like to get to know you. I don't know if I really want to be in a relationship with somebody that like I'm looking for something specific and like I don't know if you meet the criteria, like do you even want to have like, what is your future looking like? Blah blah blah, blah. What are your values type shit? Like that's like I'm still getting to know who you even are. We're not a couple, we're not exclusive type shit. I
yeah,
feel.
that's kind of when you say we're talking right now, that means we're just talking. We're not like
Yeah.
together, you know?
That'd be like if I said, "Excuse me, cute girl, would you like to go out for coffee?" And we got coffee one time, and then I thought that I owned her with like a rope around her waist.
Yeah, I agree.
Talking is like between the strangers and then the friends dating. Yeah, Cyber for sure. Agreed. Yeah.
Yeah, very tough.
It's like one step above acquaintances,
Yeah,
but definitely several steps below friends or a couple for sure. So
yeah. If we're gonna get mad at a non-cheating event that happened 3 years ago, that's
yeah.
very tough. Now, if someone comes out and says I cheated on you 3 years ago and I kept it hidden from you all this time, then for me, I'm just noping out. Good luck. I'm out of here. You know, you lied to me for 3 years. You kept a secret from me for 3 years, and you cheated on me. No, you're good. Get out, fucking
Oh
dog.
really?
Yeah, no, cheaters will cheat. They're gonna do it again. She's only telling you about that one time. How many other times are there? You don't know until you find them.
Nah, I'd be hitting that with like, well, all right, it was 3 years ago as a one-time deal. I hear you. Do that shit
Well,
again, and you're out. Yeah, if you do that shit again, you're out on the floor. You're fucking on the curb, bitch.
yeah,
I definitely let
you're
it.
a
I
bit of an
definitely let it
outlier.
rock. I definitely
You're a bit
let
of a.
like the hey, if that ever happens again, it's fucking curtains. So
Mm.
really
Yeah,
hope that was a
well,
one-time deal.
it's gonna happen because again, once you cheat, cheaters will cheat. It just like
I don't
dogs.
think I agree with that. Yeah, I don't think I can get behind that. Cause like there's a very distinct difference between someone who is willing to cheat, like like let's say this person thinks that talking is exclusive and the other person thinks that talking isn't, for example. And he would call it cheating and she wouldn't, type disagreement.
But we're not talking about this. We're talking about if someone actually cheats. She did not cheat.
Yeah,
We
but
are
I'm saying
all
in
in
his
agreement. The
mind, if
world.
he's viewing it as cheating and she isn't, then he would need to get vibe checked. He couldn't just like be in that chamber of like cheaters cheat. Cause like, right? Cause we agree this isn't that. but
Yeah.
someone would see it that way and
Ha-
then run with that, like,
Also, to the side, comma, cheaters cheat, and we all know what cheating is. There's like a very
I don't think we
defined.
do, because this guy.
Well,
You know
this
what I
guy's
mean?
different. Again, we're putting this guy
Because this
aside.
guy.
We're putting this guy aside. We
Uh-huh.
all agree. We're all in agreement. We're putting him down.
Yeah.
We stamped it. We're done. If you're
Yeah.
with someone, if you're
Right.
dating, you guys are together
Sure.
or together
I love the
or
visual
together.
referencing. Don't dock. That's crazy.
If you're together and you're having sex with someone else, that is called cheating. What she
Fucking-
did was not cheating, but we're not talking about them. We're saying in general, cheaters, what they're really good at is lying and cheating. Some of them aren't good at lying, but they are good at cheating. And so cheaters will cheat.
So we're good at lying.
Some get caught multiple times. So
Ah,
all that to
that's
say,
funny.
no, dogs will be dogs and cheaters are dogs.
Well, that's fucking true.
I don't believe in kill shelters, but for cheaters,
Scar, if you can't trust your partner. Yeah. Oh, yeah. If you can't trust somebody, then it's curtains for
because
sure.
it's not that, oh wow, it happened 3 years ago. That's crazy. Okay, I'll let it slide. It's, wow, you hid this from me for 3 years. That's crazy. I can't let that slide because what else are you hiding from me? You know, if you find a skull of a T-Rex in your
Finger the mic.
in the ground, you're gonna probably find other bones. If there's dick in her closet, she probably has more dick in her closet. You know what I mean?
There's dick in her closet is so tight. That's such a funny thing to say.
You know. But you know what also is crazy?
Yo,
Ending a podcast
that's fucking true. I know that's right.
31 times in a row.
31
you.
motherfucking times, baby. That's gotta be like at least a month. That's crazy.
It's insane.
We've been doing this a hot minute.
And how would one end such a thing?
Well, listen. If you
Tell me.
into people that end podcasts will end them again. You know what I mean? Every time.
Just like dogs.
Just like motherfucking dogs. If you keep those in a kennel, that's
Yeah.
not abusive. However, you can't train them by not talking to them.
That's true. And if you got a podcast
This is a
in the
dog
closet,
heavy episode.
you got more podcasts in the closet. You know what I mean?
That's true. Imagine if you found out I had a different podcast this whole time.
That's crazy.
You just like bumped into it on Spotify. Would you be tilted?
No, I would actually probably assume, honestly, if we're being for real.
What the fuck?
Well,
What does that
you just
mean?
have so many different like interests and stuff. Very
Well, I do a lot
easy
of
for
interests.
you to just yap. So I imagine I wouldn't be the only.
But I mean, with like a
person.
different person, just like a different like co-hosted pod.
I would feel like you were cheating on me, yeah. But I mean, hey, that's already happened before once, so fuck it, might as well happen again. You feel me?
When did I cheat on you? What the fuck does that mean?
Oh no, not you, just men in my life.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
Jesus. Wait, only once?
No, multiple times.
But like only one person?
I mean, I don't really count the like couple weeks, couple months people. They're, those aren't real.
Yeah, sure. Jimmy, welcome. What's up, homie? Well, yeah. Yeah, man. Wow, really? You dodged a lot of bullets. That's crazy.
It's crazy, yeah. Well, when you come out,
But-
if you had to only come out when you were in your early 20s, as being straight, it would be a little different. You know what I mean? I wasn't openly dating because I was in the closet.
I see what you're saying.
You've had the privilege of not having people you love look at you with disdain because of who you love.
Well,
crazy
I don't know if
people.
that's right. But maybe not their gender for sure. I've definitely had people look at me into disdain for my relationships. But yeah, definitely not for
you
the
do
gender
choose
though.
them. You know what I mean?
Ah, Magic dirt. Jesus Christ. I'll tell that story later. Holy. But the
But yeah,
point is,
the point
you know what no
is,
one's ever looked at me for with disdain for?
tell me.
Ending a pod. Ending a
Yeah,
podcast.
true. Yeah.
Ain't nobody ever looked at me with disdain for that.
Yeah, we've taken our time closing these last couple of podcasts. They're very
Yeah, we just kind
long-winded.
of we're just rambling. We're just kind of getting in there.
Yeah, we're in there for real.
But I feel like if you're listening to a podcast of this length, you're kind of here for the ramble anyway. So
That's fine.
yeah, and sometimes you got no choice. Just like sometimes you just gotta cheat on bitches. You know what I mean?
And if you've made it all the way to the end here, here's our the Bit Podcast shift code for one free skin in Borderlands 4. Here's the shift code.